Simões bending one for Torres. Eusebio. Oh my word! Have you ever seen anything like that?
É jogado por Simão, a passar por dois adversários, Simão a tentar oferecer o golo a Figo e a bola é golo! O golo de Figo!
Rui Costa vai, acreditou, vai tirar para o golo, atira o golo! 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 Cristiano Ronaldo, vai embora Cristiano Ronaldo! Chuta! Gol!
Good morning from California, from the East Coast of the United States. Good morning to those in Toronto and Canada. Good afternoon to those if you're watching in Portugal, and I don't know what's going on in Australia, but I think it's Tuesday. But we are live here on YouTube as we are going to do a viewing party, a watch party. I have to go ahead and turn that way. Perfect. So that we don't get the glare from the television on the other side. That is a blanket that I snuggled up in here very, very early. Hey, let's get in, check in here with some folks who are already in the chat. Luciano, bom dia, good morning. And we have Danilo Cunha already saying, get Bernard. Oh, let's turn the music off. Danny, come on. Danny, it's enough. That's enough. Get Bernardo off the starting 11. Let's look at that starting 11 real quick. As we have Diogo Costa, Nelson Semedo, Ruben Dias, Renato Veiga, João Cancelo, Vitinha, João Neves, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, Rafael Leão, and Gonçalo Ramos. So, some to unpack there. Some stuff to unpack there. And again, we're about 12 minutes out from kickoff, and we're kind of vamping at the moment. So please forgive me. Paul Rodrigues, bon dia Danny from SoCal. Right on. If I had to guess, Paul, I bet you're from Artesia. So let's get that out of the way. But thank you, buddy, for waking up with us here on the West Coast. Luciano wants to know my thoughts. My thoughts on the last game. It sucked. I know you guys come for a bit more in-depth analysis. More times not from me, but from the folks that come on my show. And let me know if you guys hear me fine. I'm playing with a little bit of these kind of things these headphones kind of are old, but forgot to charge the Bluetooth ones, and I'm trying to hook up the Bluetooth ones to the TV. So, okay, Luciano, thank you very much. My thoughts on the game were these. We didn't score, obviously, but I feel that there is no fear from teams attacking us. There's no fear of playing against our defense. And there is no fear specifically going up the middle to our center backs. I talked about this a little bit with Nathan Moats in the last episode. And, Pep was able to give Ruben Dias free reign kind of when he was still there, even till the very end at 40 plus years old. Now that Pep is gone, the evolution of that position in terms of the Seleção was like, all right, now we've got a guy in Ruben Dias who is now our number one center back. and he is not supposed to like take the mantle per se, but he's our number one guy. And I'm not going to say that he's supposed to be the next Pep. There's only one Pep, but I think there's just a lack of Eric Krakauer's funny. I sent out a few of the regulars here to join us if they want on the viewing party. But I think there is a lack of fear for any defense or for any offense going towards the middle of our defense. There's not a lot of second guessing. They can get in and do whatever they would like. I also Eric Krakauer the episode before then. Some questions about Diogo Costa. He has such moments of brilliance in terms of being a goalkeeper. Still a little unsure on corners, and to me gave up a very a very soft second goal. Those are going to happen with any keeper. Anybody has a bad day. I'm not here to say that everyone has to be on every time. But maybe it just falls into what we were talking about with Eric a couple episodes ago. But I just fear that I fear there is no fear from the opposing team when they start attacking us. We have offense in abundance, but that got stagnated too against Ireland, with Ireland sitting just pretty much sitting back there, not really doing nothing. And we have a bon dia from Wizardro. I said that wrong. Wizdro 881. Bon dia. But there is, Nathan and I think we fell on the term unsure. I think the defense is still unsure in the back. And we gotta nip that in the bud for sure. So again, if you are watching us on YouTube, what's the only way you're listening to me right now? Again, the starting 11 is on is scrolling there. Again, Diogo Costa in goal, Nelson Smith, who likely on the right, Ruben Dias and Renato Veiga in the center, João Cancelo likely on the left, Vitinha, João Neves, Bruno Fernandes in the midfield, Bernard Silva, Rafael Leão on the wings, and Gonçalo Ramos making his start for the suspended Cristiano Ronaldo. And let's talk about that. Do I think he deserved a red? Yes. It was reckless, and I think he deserved getting the red card. Do I think he should miss anything other than today? No. No, I don't. I don't think he should miss anything other than today. It deserved the red, but if you can negotiate like every federation does, Portugal is no different. If you can negotiate that down to 1, I think that would be the most fair outcome. That's my opinion. And I'm not saying that through Portugal colored glasses, because as you guys know, I am no stranger to criticizing the things that Ronaldo does when I feel that it merits. I would not have, why do that? Why put yourself? I get being frustrated. I said that on Twitter. I get that he was frustrated, but you don't do that during the game. But I also don't think it merits anything other than missing out on today's match against Armenia. We do have someone coming in to the studio. Maybe, not yet, because I don't see him. But I know he's there. But let me just give a breakdown, and this is courtesy of the good folks at Portuguese Soccer. Nope, PortugueseSoccer.com. Yes. So here are the scenarios for today, and let me see if I can just put this on the screen to be better, just so we can have it at the ready. And let me. Oh, Matthew is live at the game during the anthem. Let me respect to give me 1 second. We'll be right back as the anthems are on. Yeah, we'll be right back. All right. All right, they just finished the Armenian national anthem, and now a Portuguesa. Heróis do mar, nobre povo, nação valente e imortal, levantai hoje de novo o esplendor de Portugal. Entre as brumas da memória, ó pátria, sente-se a voz dos teus igrejos avós, que onde guiar-te a vitória, as armas sobre a terra, sobre o mar. As armas pela pátria a lutar, contra os canhões marchar. All right, let's go. Oh boy. All right. If you guys still hear me okay, let me know, but we're going to go. And Matthew, can you hear me? Matthew Marshall, can you hear me? Give me a yes or no. Matthew is live at the match. Let's see if try one more time. Matthew, hello. It looks like Portugal's going to go with the Eusebio black jerseys today, which is a beautiful thing to see. Just trying to see if Matthew Marshall can hear us. Matt, can you hear us? I don't think you can hear us. So we're going to step away from Matthew. I'm going to send him a message letting him know that he is live. Hello, Matt Marshall. God, these headphones have all days for today to not be working. So let's go to some of the. Matthew, can you hear me? Hello. No, I can't hear. There he is. A nice wave. There he is. All right. Matt, we're gonna go to. We'll come back to you maybe at halftime or something. But Matt, can you hear me? Hold on. It's my headphones here. There we go. Matt, can you hear me? I can hear the background, we're gonna take Matt off the stream here, and that sucks because that'd be so cool. All right. Oh, and I also have my let's get my sister on the line here. Hello. Hello. Look. Oh, look, that's Sandra. Hello. So, yes, we are live on the YouTube, and yeah, these headphones suck. I am not gonna be able to do it. So, Sandra, I'm gonna have to let you go because I have to work on the fly here. I don't have my technical support, so. All right, Forza from my sister in Sacramento, and from my parents too. All right, bye, guys. All right, let me do a quick little equipment change here, and let's see, where did all the chords go? Oh, it's so early. Guys. I apologize. All right. Let's see. Let's see if this is any better. Right. Hello. All right. Yes. All right. All right. Kickoff. And yeah, the boys in black look unbelievable. Let me know if you're still watching here on YouTube. But we got a handful of people here. Appreciate you guys. Oh, private chat. Let's see. Oh, Matthew, try at halftime. I heard you at the end there. I'm going to be ahead of you. Yep. No kidding. Let me send. That was from Matthew. No problem. Talk in 45. Okay. All right. So we're back. All right. So again, this is the part where it's going to be maybe a tad stopwatch, blue hand, timer, stopwatch, blue hand. I don't know what you're saying, Wizdro, but just let me know if we're sounding okay audio wise. And I would appreciate that. I'm actually, while we're doing this, and again, we're just about a minute into this game. I'm gonna make sure that everyone can, on the socials, join us and stuff. Know what I'm saying? Join us on YouTube now. Right. I know this is riveting. And Dead Souls, thank you very much. Appreciate you. We're sounding good. The audio sounds good. What's coming out of the audio may not sound as good as first opportunity there for Portugal. Semi opportunity as Rafael Leão tried to get a shot in, but hit the defense. And I gotta really be careful about the video here. But all right, let's get. Let's see. Join me in the studio. Podcast studio via the link. Sorry, guys. It's talk amongst yourselves. As there is some imaging around the stadium. Of course, we are at the Dragão today. First match for Portugal at the Dragão since the passing of Jorge Costa. An opportunity there. Oh boy. Since the passing of Jorge Costa and Diogo Jota, both players who played at Porto. So a nice homage to them around the stadium for this very important match against Armenia. And again, an important match against Armenia really doesn't sound right, but it is because Portugal has to win to guarantee that they make it to next summer's World Cup. There are scenarios where if they draw, Hungary can't beat Ireland by more than 3 goals. I believe Ireland can still even get in if Portugal loses and Ireland beats Armenia. And I think they would go on head to head because they would be on points, and I believe gold. There's a bunch of scenarios here. So, while we get to and I'm still working on the phone here. So, but I wanted to get comment here from Luciano. It's unrelated to this game, but would you be able to get someone who analyzes matches so we can get a tactical breakdown in a future episode? I feel a lot of questions we have are of the yeah, you know what? I will try my best here. I will try my best, Lucian. All right. Oh shit! I gotta watch myself and not watch my. There it is, a good opportunity. Rafael Young puts it right at the 6, but unable to connect with Gonçalo. Those jerseys are so good. Those jerseys look so good. Oh my god. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. Oh, all right. Sorry. Back out of here. Wizdro says in regards to the low block, we can beat the low blocks if we cut through the midfield and with the midfield in lines with dribbling ability. We have the talent, but we rely too much on bad crosses. And yes, I also agree. The jerseys are fire, absolute fire. But we do have an opportunity here from outside the 18 on the left block, swinging it in from left to right. So let's see what happens here. 6th minute. Some discussions with João Neves and Bruno Fernandes. Looks like Bruno Fernandes is going to be the one that's going to hit this one. Go! Woo! Let's go! Renato Veiga with his first goal. Let's go! 7th minute, gets it off of a looks like a deflection. The cross looked like it was or the ball from Bruno Fernandes looked like the ball was going in. It was saved by the goalkeeper. Knocked it out, bounced up. Let's see the replay here. Oh, that could be called back. That could be called back. I'd like to see that replay again. I think it's going to count, but there is a discussion probably regarding it being offside. They're checking VAR right now. It may not count. We'll see. They're talking right now. But again, Renato Veiga with his first senior goal, a header off of from a Bruno Fernandes free kick. It was saved by the goalie. Ball kind of popped up, bounced around in the 6, and Renato Veiga found his head against that ball, and it went in. God, this analysis is unbelievable. I know, boys. But they are doing a goal check. I think it's offside. They're checking now. Let's as they do that. Check is over. I think he's off. If I'm being honest. And it's also a little unsettling seeing a referee with a red referee shirt during a Portugal game. I think it's going to be offside. I think they're calling it offside based on the reaction from Bernard Silva, who is the captain for today. No, it stands. Goal, 1-0. Here we go. Perfect. I'll have to look at the replay again. I'm sure they'll show the replay with throughout the first half. But again, it's it'll go. Fourth match for Renat Vega. I don't know if they're counting that as fourth. No, that wouldn't be senior matches. That's probably just within the qualifying period. But yeah, 1-0 to the good guys here after 7 minutes officially as we enter the 10th minute here. But yeah, good start for Portugal to get the pressure off of them for sure right at the beginning. You know what? Luciano, I thought he was offside before. And Luciano's comment here. I think Cause the goalie saved it. The play got reset. I think he was off on the kick. Again, I'll take the goal. I'm not trying to be like, nah, he's offside, whatever. But I don't think it was blatant. But it just looked offside when Bruno Fernandes kicked the ball into the box. But we'll take it. Yeah, so 1-0 at the Dragão. And also something here too. Sandra. What is this? What is this? Oh, Sandra, stop blowing me up during the game, man. Hungary's also winning 1-0. Good to know. Good to know as Luciano's letting us know that I should have that result at the ready because right now Portugal is in the World Cup qualifying needed. But if there is a draw here, if Armenia does pull one back and Hungary continues to win, as they say in Portuguese, there are because we're in Port, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, thank you, Luciano, for letting me know. As we are in the 12th minute here, and we are up 1-0. And it sounds like it was a poor conceding of the goal for Ireland, based on the reaction we're getting from Eric Krakauer on Twitter. He said of all the ways to concede, Ireland. So it must not have been the prettiest goal scored by Hungary. That's for sure. But I can't get over how nice those black jerseys look, especially against the white. So it's such a contrast between all black and all white jersey. Ooh, we had a situation there, but Ruben Dias doing his part there to stop the breakaway of the possible goal, or a goal opportunity. Oh man, you know what? George Min's burner account, who I think is our buddies over at the Portugal corner. Renat Vega wearing number 13 today. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. For him to wear 13, wearing the Puma all black Eusebio jerseys today. Great mention there from the folks at the Portugal corner. Not the Portugal corner, geez. Yeah, Portugal corner. So I thought it was Portuguese corner. Nope, my bad, boys. That's on me. So let me do a little bit of the socials on the phone here, and if anything breaks in the next minute or so, I'll get right back on the mic. But just you get to watch my beautiful face on the phone for the next 30 seconds to a minute. So please hold. Let me do that. Hey, we're back. Select all, Danny. There it is. All right. So we're on the old Facebooks. There we go. And we post that. Yep, still doing the what's no, that might have been my buddy James doing his thing. Give me a second, guys. Some more. So I'm on the Facebooks. Let's put this back on the old Twitters. God, I sound so old when I say shit like that. But here we go. All right, we're okay. We're good. I think we're good. All right. So there we are. So recap real quick: 1-0 after 7 minutes. A goal from Renato Veiga, wearing the number 13 today. Portugal wearing the all black Eusebio goals. Or I just saw the replay of the Renato Veiga goal right now, but a goal from him, his first as a senior member of the Seleção. He's wearing the black 13 Puma jerseys in honor of Eusebio. The 65, so that puts us at 60 years since he won the Ballon d'Or. So those jerseys are sweet, and I love seeing that the homage is being paid here. In a game we got to win. I don't know if they had decided on wearing these already, but hopefully this gives them a little bit of extra boost, because again, this should not be a game where we struggle to a win, which would then mean that we qualify for the World Cup. But this is a position that the team has put themselves in, and we're here for the ride. So, thank you for those who are who are still with us, even though the game's still pretty early on, 17 minutes in. But I mean, here on the west coast of the States, bright and early at around 5:30, 5:15, I should say, to start getting this thing going. So, but yeah, we'll stay with you throughout the entire game and let you know what is going on here. Oh my God! One at the Dragão. I'd like to see this goal again, because what is going on right now? Show us the replay, as it looks like it's the captain, number 8. I don't have his name, but he goes down the line. João Cancelo gets pushed off. Not a lot of. So Nelson Semedo gets beat to the ball. Let's see. Again, I don't know if Diogo Costa could have done anything about that, because that ball went in with some pace, but it's bad defending on Nelson Smith's part, and we're at 1-1. God damn it. Edward Spurtsian after the 18th minute. So 1-1. God damn it. Oh, again, there is no fear. There is no fear going against our defense. None whatsoever. Credit to, it's a good ball in, but there is no fear going at our defense whatsoever. Armenia has nothing to lose, so that gives them the opportunity. And again, I'm trying not to have the screen on the TV. But God damn it. Anyway, yeah, we're 20th minute, 1-1. A goal for Portugal after the 7th by Renato Veiga, and then the tying goal for Armenia in the 18th. I mean, Portugal is definitely offside there, no? Gonçalo Ramos almost scoring a goal here, but he looked very offside. Tremendous save by the Armenian keeper there. This is from Victor Faria. Sempre a sofrer, sempre nunca é fácil para a nossa seleção e nossa tensão. I'm so tired of that narrative. I here we go. Luciano Ronaldo scores it. Maybe if he hadn't elbowed somebody in the back, maybe he would have. So there's also that. But this narrative, I'm tired of the narrative. I don't believe in it. I just don't. I believe it's just mentality. And I know that some players have been around for a while, others have not. But I think that all you stop with that mentality if you want to stop with that mentality. If you don't, then you shouldn't be. I'm not saying you shouldn't be playing because the talent should supersede that, but I don't know. I just think it's weak because like we qualifying for the Euros was easy. So, we haven't gone to a playoff in, let's see what, this World Cup. So like the last World Cup cycle, yeah, we had to go to a playoff. We didn't go to a playoff in for the Euros. We won our group in Nations League as we're in the 21st minute. So let me I'll have to do this. There we go. To Diogo Jota there. But yeah, history is history. I'm not going to say that it hasn't been that. I'm just saying that that narrative shouldn't need to continue, and that has everything to do with the players on the field and the coaching staff. Like Roberto Martinez has no tie to that narrative. Zero. He can control that if he wants, but yeah, we'll see. We shall see. And I get it. I'm tired of the narrative too, but 2-2 to Hungary, win gets us in, 2-0. Come on, another in, and now this so far. I get it, man. I do. And maybe I'm tired of the narrative because it's the narrative, right? Maybe it is. Maybe because there's so much. Maybe there is because there's so much truth in it. I don't know. For me, I just think, and I'm not saying you're saying this, Victor. What I'm saying is I'm just tired of that being the go-to. Just talk to me about what's happening on the field, not what's happened the last 15, 20 years. If that's fair. But I also get what you're saying, dude, for sure. So yeah. So it's just to give you guys an update in my life, because it's 6:26 here on the West Coast. My wife is very much still asleep. My boy is probably still very much asleep. And I'm so thirsty. Forgot to bring a drink in. But listen, I'm gonna make a promise to you guys. I'm gonna fight through this because I'm a professional. The P stands for Portugal. P stands for Pinto, but the P also stands for professional. And I'm gonna work through. Oh, hold on. I have a little mini fridge. Hold on. Oh, Shuktavazi. Oh yeah. It's empty. So, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep fighting through for you guys because that's what I do. Because I know you guys would do it for me. Every one of you would go thirsty in order for me to do this podcast live. So, yeah, the funny thing about doing so this is the second time we're doing. Hey, you know what, big Bills fan? I will wait till halftime. Because if anything happens, I don't want to miss it. So I'll wait till halftime. But thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Hey, Alan Antonio, 4389. Hello from Gainesville, Florida. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Do I have my hat here? Hold on. Oh yeah. Oh, well, again, let me step out of the screen here so I can get what I was about to get. Give me one. And we're back. Hey, Alan, what do you think of that hat, dude? Huh? What do you think of that hat, Alan? From Gainesville? Oh, all right. He can ask me why I have a Florida Gators hat when I'm out all the way out here in California. If he wants. It's kind of leading the witness here. So, Alan, when you get a chance, just ask me why, or anybody ask me why. I am not surprised, big Bills fan, that Bernardo got the armband over Bruno. I think it might be a seniority thing. It might be a seniority thing. It might be a Caps thing. I have to double check, but I believe that's how they do it here. Yeah, Luciano's right there. So, from James Paiva, just poor basic defending again. Can't handle any danger from out wide without Nunu. Cancelo has to be stronger in that play. 100%. 100%. I agree with it. I agree with everything. He just said. All right, we'll take that. We'll take that as Gonzalo Ramos gets us the lead back at 2-1. I'll take a defensive mistake on the other end. Right place, right time. There we go. Luciano, I think Ronaldo would have missed that, to be fair. Just playing devil's advocate here. Not even that. I'm just being an asshole. And that just goes back to a comment he had posted. Yeah, that's just a bad back pass by the Armenian defense. He hit it just way too hard, the Armenian player. And Gonzalo Ramos poached that one perfectly. And he stuck out his right leg right in front of the goalie to create the space, and we are up again 2-1. So let's go. See, we all have jokes. See, listen. Where was it? Okay, so this was the one 8 minutes ago that when Gonzalo Ramos misses the sitter. Luciano says this, and here we go. Are we going to go again? Are we going again? There it is. We're up 3-1 now, baby. João Neves João Neves with his goal. Is that his first? Let's take a look at the hey, you know what? I don't have time to be my own stats person. Someone let me know if that's João Neves' first goal with the senior side. I think it is. I want to say it's his first during the qualifying campaign for sure. I think it is. Again, but it's all built on the pressure, and what a play by Nelson Semedo. He's the one that starts it off. Beautiful dribbling, gives it to Vitinha. Vitinha gives it to Ramos. Ramos leaves it off for João Neves, and boom, bam, 3-1. Big Bills fan says it's his second. Thank you, Big Bills fan. Victor Free again. He says, I'm delayed a bit. Great live, dude. Looking forward to the banter as we go into World Cup 2026. Força para ti e a Seleção. Absolutely, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm gonna ask something real quick. Is that Vic Faria like my Vic Faria, or is this just a random Vic Faria? Throw that out. Well, hold on. As I get a text from my Vic Faria. Oh, text my. Hey, was that you on the comments? On the YT comments. Oh, YT. I'm so clever with the acronyms. Yes. Yeah, Luciano. Yes, I know. We all know I was trolling. You were trolling. I was trolling. It's part of the fun. Come on. Come on, guy. A little bit of a breather now. Oh my God! Well, as I say that, some questionable passing in the right in front of the 18 by the Seleção as we're defending. Speaking of defending, was that Rafael Leão back playing defense? Ah, there it is. It was okay. So that was my Vic Faria. So, thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate you. All right. I think this may be the opportunity here to just kind of blow this game wide open. I'm hoping. As in terms of the attack, it's a bit more free flowing here. Armenia kind of in a spot where, I mean, asking to score 2 is a lot. Asking to score 3 to win the game is damn near impossible. I believe the Ireland game, they are now tied. Yes, they have. Oh, no. Someone took a cross right to the balls. Oh. Been there, my friend. Oh, he is heaved over. Oh, man. Yeah, not. I hope they don't. Well, I like for them to show the replay just to make sure it was a shot to the old junk. But why would I need that to be confirmed? Yeah, that's strange on my part. Comment from James Paiva. Leão looks up for it today. You usually know which version you are getting from the first few minutes in. Yeah, true. And you know what? Real quick, just a roll call. I like to do this when I'm doing the live shows. Just roll call where you're from, because I want to shout out everybody who's with us, and shout out where the location is. But yeah, I just appreciate everybody joining in, who is joining in, who has, again, if you've been with us from like day one, God bless you, first of all. But if you're new to if you're just coming around, I just, I love the community that this podcast podcast has created, and I love to know where everybody's from. Okay, so we got Montreal, my boy Luciano there. Dead Souls is from Toronto. We are big in Canada. We are really big in Canada. Oops. Oh, Florida, obviously, go Gators. And to answer the question, Alan, that I asked, I'll ask or answer my own question. My youngest son, Lucas, played on an under 6 team, and they decided that they were going to be the Gators. And I don't know if I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to hats. Well, one, I have a huge noggin, so the league issued snapback trucker made for a 4-year-old child hat that they want to give to an adult to wear. That doesn't fly with me, so I go ahead and just get something as close as I can. So yeah, the Gators it was. So I'm not a Florida Gator fan by any stretch of the imagination, but there's the Florida Gators hat story. I don't have time to look at where Pompano Beach is, Mario Lavadinho, but if you can let me know where that is, I'd appreciate it. Appreciate you watching. Big Bills fan is from Ontario. I got a buddy Leo who's from Ontario who had a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Leo. Rotterdam, the Netherlands. AMDP, thank you very much. Georgetown, Ontario. Manny D, thank you very much. We got Providence. Pompano is Florida as well, I think. We'll see. We'll see if it is. But appreciate everybody checking in from wherever you're at. Man, I tell you what. Here's a question I'm going to regret asking, but I'll ask it anyway. Okay, Portugal, they get in. They're going to the World Cup. That's the scenario at the moment. If there was attention, real quick. Is Armenia's attacking the middle of the defense again? All right, here we go. If Portugal finds its way, and it is in Pompano, Florida. Thank you. All right, appreciate everybody letting me know about the Pompano thing. If Portugal make it to the World Cup, and if they are playing games in Canada, Jesus, get the ball out. If they're playing games in Canada, I don't know if I would make it to a game in Canada. But if I did, I mean, a meet and greet would be kind of dope. No, I'd do like a meet and greet, like live podcast from somewhere in probably Ontario. Where are the games in Canada? It's on. It's Toronto, Vancouver as well. I'll have to get that. I can get that going while we're looking here. But if I could find my way to Ontario or to Canada, I'd love to do a meet and greet and do a live show from there. Toronto and Vancouver. That's what I thought. Let's see. Canada stadiums World Cup. Who is? My boy Jean Faria. So Canada will host World Cup matches at 2 stadiums, the BC Place in Vancouver and BMO Field in Toronto. But without further ado, for the first time since episode 5 of the Seleção podcast, we bring back our boy James Faria. Jaiming, what's up, dude?
Oh yeah.
Hey, boys. Yeah, dude, it's so early.
I overslept.
Buddy, do you remember? Do you remember us calling each other during the wacky times during the 2002 World Cup when it was in Japan and Korea?
Dude, it was like started at 2, 4, and then 6 a.m. games.
Yeah. It was pretty wild. Why can't I see your pretty face, man?
Well, I just woke up. It's on the come.
No, I don't care. Oh, that's the coming. Never mind. I don't want to. Well, you know what, pal? It could help viewers. It might not. It just depends, right?
Now I moved to the couch, but I didn't put on any proper clothes.
It's all good, dude. It's all good.
Woke
Appreciate
up
you
to
getting on. What's up?
I woke up to João Neves' goal.
Well, and a nice team goal there too, where again, Nelson Smith started with the dribble there, and then when Vitinha to Ramos to Neves for the goal is a nice little goal, and kind of what we enjoy seeing and what this team can do when it's clicking, right? Oh, you might be ahead on the feed. So what's your clock? What's your clock on the TV say? I'm at 40:25.
What? I'm at 39:32.
Oh, you're well behind. Okay, you're well behind. Let's see. All right.
Yeah.
So we do have a free kick here. I think Bruno Fernandes is about to either Bruno Fernandes or João Neves.
Well, I guess we're gonna score then. Oh, here he's setting
João
up to take it.
Neves with the free kick bomb.
Love Javierius.
Dude, James, wait till you see it, dude. What a bomb. Unbelievable.
They felt a hand? Was it a hand or butt? Oh, it was a hand.
They called a hand.
Turned his
Yeah.
back.
Goal. Yeah, the goalie never moved. What a ball. What a hit. From about 25 yards out, hits the crossbar and dips in.
On my whatever I'm watching on, they were blaming Smith for Armenia's goal a little bit. Or just
they just let he allowed the player to go behind him, and but I mean, but now it's yeah. What a sweet little goal that was. His second of the game, his second straight of the game, and now we're feeling better, right? Just for today. What's that, buddy?
Where's João Neves playing right now?
In like on the field or at the club level?
No, in the cup.
He's playing mid. If I had a, he's probably in the middle. Yeah,
he's playing his natural position.
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah, I would say it was a brilliantly executed free kick. Yeah, Tom Cundert at the stadium there.
Up and down.
Ah, I wonder what this comment means. Amazing what happens when we have someone decent at taking free kicks doing them.
Someone decent. This is João Neves at the top of leadership in his life.
Buddy, who knows? Who knows who takes them?
They should all be decent.
Yeah. If anybody, yeah, we do have great options. Honestly, we do have good options. Like we have, obviously João Neves, Bruno Fernandes. We have Nuno Mendes with the lefty is a great option too. As we get an update from Luciano, Hungary is back in the lead. I think. Oh man, I don't want to count chickens because I hate counting chickens. I like eating chickens. But at 4-1 in the first half, I think we're going to be all right. We're going to see this one through, but it is good to know that Hungary is now back up, because anything can happen, and that we've seen that too many times in the history of this national team. The Serbia match at home during qualifying off the post. James, that's we had the anniversary of that match a couple days ago. That was the same day we did the Spartan race.
Oh, nice.
James and I are very athletic.
I couldn't do the Spartan race right now.
Ew, God, nada, dude.
No, I could. I have
Oh,
patellar
what?
tendonitis and T-band.
Oh, no, man.
Forbidden. Jogar futebol.
And are you breaking that news? Are you breaking that news right now on the podcast? You're not retiring, are you?
No.
Okay, you're just out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. How's the rehab going? Good.
Go. How okay?
O rehab tá bem?
Yeah.
Tens os doutores top?
Não, mas tá. O avião a tirar erva do quintal.
That's good. Oh my God. Oh, it looks like we have a penalty right at the end of the first half here. Looks like Bruno Fernandes is going to take the penalty. They're showing the replay here. So off the corner, it looks like someone pulled down.
Oh no.
It'd be a better look here. Oh yeah. A defender, an Armenian defender pulled down Ruben Dias. And now there's a bit of a scuttlebutt here.
You think Fernand's watching this or what?
My dad?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They called in right at the beginning of the show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. If you want to, and they're watching. They're watching. So hey, if you want to give them a shout out, give them a shout out.
Yeah. Abraço para o Sr. Fernando Pinto.
My mom's awake too. Yep.
Yes,
Sanders over. Give her a nice little virtual slap.
Sandra.
Boy, they are. Well, maybe Ruben Dias is getting his little pep on, finding his voice a little bit. Buddy, those jerseys are so sick.
Black Panther.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
I guess after the end of the Ireland game of Ruben Dias and I think Bernard Silva were.
They're going after fans, or not?
They were getting into it.
I shouldn't say they were going after fans. Yeah, they were getting into it with fans. Somebody said something to Bernard Silva, and he took quite the offense. So let's see.
I'm sure
there it is. 5-1.
Yeah, like I predicted, they should have had the attitude of this game that came out.
Well, you know, yeah, they should. But like they should have had that same attitude the last two games. Not that they have to win every game. That's because that's not possible. I mean, it just isn't. But I mean, what they showed against Ireland was fucking pitiful, just terrible. So you would just hope that wouldn't carry over to today, and obviously it hasn't with us being up 5-1.
Yeah. I thought the lineup was a little bit odd. And then there was just like no urgency to go forward. Like, okay.
Yeah, and like substitutions were weird too.
Yeah, it was like defense for defense. I was like, okay, only at the very end did he finally go. Let's go.
Yeah,
offensive.
Honestly, like again, we're all allowed a bad day in anything we do, but because that these games are so they're minimal in terms of like how many, like one bad day, you know, all of a sudden you've had 16% of your qualifying is already out the window because 1 out of 6 games you decide to have a bad day. That's a big chunk. It could derail you here. So, but hey, man, it is halftime. I'm gonna go get something to drink. Would you like anything?
Já tô chegando aí. Já tô no carro. Yeah.
right, buddy. Hey,
right, man.
thanks for coming on, and
problem.
Forza, and best to your family, and we'll see each other soon, bud.
No braço, Danny.
All right, bud. Igualmente, buddy.
So.
All right, we go from James Faria to, let's hope we have Matthew Marshall. Hold on. Oh, we're going to remove Matthew real quick. But, I mean, man, Superbach, you might be right. It is 5 o'clock somewhere. I mean, it is 6:52 a.m. Do I dare? I might have to. I mean, I do have to wake up. I did not sleep. See, when I have days like today where I so peeling back the curtain real quick. There are days when I'm doing this podcast that I'm up very, very early because of the time difference between some of the guests we have, like, Tom Cundert, he's in Portugal. Matthew Marshall, he's in Portugal. So I'm up early. So anytime I have to wake up early for these interviews and for the shows and stuff, I don't sleep very well the night before because I don't want to oversleep. So what I'm going to do is a private chat. Let's see. Matt Marshall, internet gets hogged here at halftime, so not sure if there's enough bandwidth. No problem. Appreciate you trying. So Matt Marshall may not be able to join us here at halftime, but it is halftime. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of editing here on the fly. Let's do the banners. Let's hide that, edit that. Let's see. Halftime, Portugal 5. Let's do that. Oh, hold on. Boom, boom, boom. We're not going to scroll. We're going to take the 11 off on that. Be back in just a moment. You guys hang tight. Just step away if you want, but I'm going to just go get something to drink real quick, and I will be right back. All right, y'all. Thank you very much. We're back on the air here as we're going to hide that. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Matthew, can you hear me? How is the atmosphere in at the Dragão right now? You know what? It's so loud over there, Matthew. I can't hear you. Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. Listen, I appreciate you calling in from Port, but I'm gonna have to take you off the stream here because it is just loud. But 5-1, appreciate you, dude. Awesome, man. Appreciate you. That is crazy loud at the Dragão. Holy crap! But yeah, I hope. Yeah, let's see what the comments were. Would have loved Bruno giving the penalty to Neves for the hat trick. You know what? Sure, why not? But at this point right now, the most important thing is we're in, right? 45 minutes from being in. That's the most. Oh, come on, Danny. It's the most important thing. We had to. There was going to be there was going to be a lot of discussion. And by the way, have you guys ever seen the picture of Andre the Giant holding a beer? There it is. It's kind of like this. He's got the little Coke Zero mini here, but yeah, it was gonna be tough. It was gonna be tough for them to be able to live this one down if they weren't gonna qualify. Again, we've got 45 minutes. I'm being practical here in terms of, or pragmatic, I should say, is we do have 45 minutes, but yeah. I agree. Neil, beginning with Bruno will boost confidence in this team. I don't know. Listen, we can have the discussion. I guess. Does it flow better without Ronaldo? Yeah. But is the team better without Ronaldo? That's the thing. You know, I'm seeing some of the retweets. I'm seeing some of the retweets off of Tom's Twitter account here. And I'm seeing a lot of like, should it, listen, I think having Ronaldo on the team is a plus, but we also have to figure out what his best role is now. I think for me, it's still the number one thing I worry about is the defense. The defense is the number one thing I worry about with this team right now. Him and the defense and Costa, Dio Costa in the back. I still have my worries there. So yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Yes. So the question is, yes, does the game flow better without him? Yes. Is the team better without him? No. From Luciano brings up a question here, or a comment. He says yes and no, and it depends on the opponent. The team as a whole beat Armenia 5-0 away. My God, it's early. Remember, it's early. Last time, now it's 5-1, and the defense looks even worse today. Yeah, I agree. Again, I think what needs to be shored is the defense. I don't. This team does not have an offensive problem. It has an unsure defense, and I'm gonna keep pounding that word unsure, because I think Nathan nailed it when he was on the show last episode, that there is, as Luciano and others have said, is there's a lack of communication between the defense and the goalie. And I talked about this in the last episode, when you can't consistently get a pairing in the middle, I mean, if we're gonna do the, let's call it what it is here. Like Diogo Costa is the number one keeper. There's no switching to Rui Silva, and there's no switching to José Sá at the moment. Like Diogo Costa is number one. But he does not see a consistent center back pairing at all. It's Ruben Dias and Inácio. Today it's Ruben Dias and Renato Veiga. We've seen Veiga and Inácio when Ruben Dias was not available. We haven't seen a consistency at the center back position, and to me, that's a huge thing or what could be a huge thing as to the lack of communication that has been brought up. I mean, right now it's 5-1. What I'd like to see in the second half is I'd love to see Carlos Forbes get his first cap. Other than that, I don't want to see anybody hurt. I don't care who comes in. You should be able to protect a 5-1 lead at home against Armenia and cement your ticket and punch your ticket to the World Cup for next summer. For anybody who is in the States, and I think the majority of the folks in the chat right now and watching, I think, are from Canada. So I'll ask this knowing that, well, you know what? My folks from Florida, I don't know how much of a trek Atlanta, Georgia is, but I mean, are you guys thinking about going to that friendly in March against the United States? That might be the only one I might try to, just based on fiscal responsibility with the World Cup. I mean, prices are outrageous. So I would love to try to maybe get to Atlanta for the friendly against the States. But man, I mean, these World Cup prices are outrageous. Just outrageous. Anybody who is also doing Movember this month? I like doing the must. See, so when I did Movember the last time, I brought them down all the way down. Let me see. Here we go. I brought it all the way down here. I decided not to do it that time. Just kind of bring it back, right? Line up with the old flavor saver there. I kind of dig it. I don't know if my wife likes it, but I dig this more than the Fu Man, like the full Fu Manchu, the handlebars. So, but yeah, let me get to the stats from the first half as we ramp up here to the second half. I think we're a few minutes away from the second half. Let me see. Soccer. All right. So let me go over the stats real quick right before we start the second half, as we are about to start the second half. But 5 goals for the Seleção in that first half. Renato Veiga opens it up in the second, or in the 7th, I should say. Armenia would then tie it in the 18th on a goal from Edward Spurtsian. Then goals from Gonçalo Ramos in the 28th, João Neves in the 30th, and João Neves once again with the goal of the match in the 41st, and then Bruno Fernandes hits from the spot a few minutes into extra time to make it a 5-1 first half lead for the national team, for the Seleção. In terms of the match stats, possession in favor of Portugal, 76.6 to 23.4. Shots on goal, 8-1 in favor of the Seleção. Shot attempts, 17-2 in favor of Portugal. Portugal have committed only 2 fouls to Armenia's 6. No yellow cards, no red cards, 2 corner kicks, both for the national team of our beloved Seleção, and 3 saves made by the Armenian keeper. So Matt, once again, is joining us. I think he's just maybe sitting along for the ride here. I do think it's super cool, though. He's there. Just look. I mean, whoop. Let's try that again. I mean, we have a guy sitting right at the game. So dope. So dope. Again, that's the reach that this podcast has worked hard to get, and we appreciate everybody who is on this live stream, and but a 5-1 starting with a 4-goal advantage at the half, or to start the second half, is pretty awesome. Not gonna lie, there are worse things in soccer than starting with a 4-goal lead, for sure. I don't believe there were any substitutions made on this on the Portugal side of things. 2 substitutions made on the Armenian side, but no subs yet. Oh, I wish Rafael Young would open his eyes. He had Bernard Silva wide open in the back, but yeah, no changes yet on the Portuguese side of things. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. Yeah, and listen, let's give Armenia a little bit of credit here. I mean, they're completely outclassed in terms of talent. That is a given here. But they have it's not for a lack of trying. These guys are playing hard, and they're giving Portugal fits because they're always pressuring the ball. Armenia is, and they're not giving Portugal a lot of space to operate. But Portugal has just been very precise in their attack in this match so far, and that's something that I've enjoyed a lot seeing in this Portuguese side of things, because precision was not there against the Ireland match, or in the Ireland match against Ireland in Ireland. Just a lot of standing around too, I thought. Again, maybe that's frustration, but you also have to push through that and try to get there. We shall see. Boy, João Cancelo just hit the crap out of a ball where he did not need to. One thing about João Cancelo, much like Cristiano Ronaldo, hits the ball really well with either foot. You can. Sorry, I'm burping a little bit. That's what the carbonation will do at 7:10 in the morning. But like either foot, João Cancelo very good. So it's just a little tidbit there. Is João Cancelo was on the front foot there and trying to get the Seleção on their 6th goal. Got a corner coming up for the national team here in minute 49. Portugal up 5-1. It's no longer halftime. So I'm going to update that banner. Oop. Clean that up a little bit. Just kind of do incremental scoring updates on the bottom of the scroll there. I mean, I'm going to assume that people who are on the stream are also watching the game. If you need me to be your sole source of information for this match, number one, I'm sorry. But number two, I'll put the I'll put the score on the scrolling here, the banner, the scrolling banner, periodically. Right now, 50th minute, we are at 5-1. So. Ooh, Armenia just offside. That was a good ball. That was a good ball. Yeah, this second half has all the markings of just kind of seeing out these next 45. But we shall see. We shall see. Just like that. 6-1. Okay. There we go. Bruno Fernandes with his second goal of the game on a nice pass from Gonçalo Ramos, and we are now at 6-1. 6-1. Got to update the banner again. So now we are at 6-1. Oh, you know what I could do? There it is. All right. And we'll do that, and we'll do. There we go. Let's see if that. We'll do that. Yeah, a nice little give and go with Gonçalo Ramos and Bruno Fernandes. Again, flow. The flow is better. Is the team better? And you know what? I do like this. Bada bing. Oh, catch that. Oh no, don't do that. Bada bing, bada boom. Danilo's getting a little greedy here. He wants 10. We got time. Oh man, Rafael Young putting on the Jets, but then he loses the ball. Yeah, I get updates on the Twitter feed and stuff. The Portugal corner brings up a very interesting question. If Pedro Neto is healthy, does Bernardo Silva even touch the field? I don't think so. But then again, I still don't think they have those wings secured. I think Pedro Neto, likely, if he's healthy, should get start. Or should be a consistent starter, I should say. But like, is Rafael Leão an automatic start? I don't think so. Could Francisco Trincão or Francisco Conceição be on that other side? Sure, why not? I don't think the wings are set. I mean, at the front, it's going to be Ronaldo. We know that. But I think, the term placate, and I've used it. I think people in the chat have used it. It's not so much placating, but now you have to figure out who's the best wing pairing to go with Ronaldo, because the talent's still there. The speed is not. We saw that very evident in the game against Ireland, where the three up front were Cristiano Ronaldo, Bernardo Silva, and João Felix. Nobody's burning anybody with those three. That's why I thought that starting Ruben Neves in retrospect was a mistake, because Ruben Neves, for all the crap that he gets, the one thing he does very, very well is distribution. And the way he distributes the best is via the long ball. You can't hit a long ball to people who can't catch up to it. You know, if you're sending Francisco Trincão, Francisco Conceição, if you're sending Pedro Neto, if you're sending even Rafael Leão, that's a different story. But I mean, the three there up front against Ireland did not serve Ruben Neves' selection very well. It just didn't. And that's something I think has to be discussed. Sorry, and I'm typing as I'm talking here, but it has to be discussed internally. Is you just have to make sure you're setting up your team the best way you can. And if you're going to play Ronaldo, that's fine. I don't have any issue with that. But you have to have some speed to help him out. As looks like Carlos Forbes. And not only is he making his debut as he comes in for Rafael Leão, he's wearing the number 7. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. To make your debut wearing the number 7, God, it's almost like he knew. It's almost like he knew there was a new number 7 already on the field as Eric Krakauer joins us from his palatial estates in North Carolina. First of all, Eric, how we doing, bud?
Good. How are you? I had enough time to jump on.
Well, good. I appreciate that, man. I know it's a later start for you just in terms of time zone. A nice little breakfast, some breakfast ball beginning at 9 a.m. I, on the other hand, I'm a bit sleep deprived with the game starting at 6. But hey, 6-1, just kind of what the doctor ordered in terms of not having to suffer today. But yeah, and Carlos Forbes wearing number 7. Your thoughts?
A lot of people were disappointed that Kienda wasn't called up and that Forbes was. And I think that the reason Forbes was called up was not only because he was having a good season with Brugge so far, but he scored 2 goals against Barcelona, and that tends to get people's attention. And the second finish for his second goal in that game, I don't know if you remember, was a little date, which was delightful. Hey, listen, why not? This is the time to try players out. We should have had this thing wrapped up a long time ago. But with the score as it is, I think it's a good time to give him the opportunity, wearing the number 7, no less, as I heard you talk about.
Yeah, and someone on Twitter, I forget now who it was, but a nice way to open the match with the Eusebio jerseys and Renato Vega wearing number 13, getting the first goal in those jerseys. A little bit of serendipity there.
Wow, you don't miss anything, do you? I didn't even realize that,
buddy. I didn't make that up.
Somebody tweeted it. Somebody tweeted it.
I mean, no, yes, I came up with that. I'm gonna take credit for it.
That's right. Take credit for it.
It was our buddies at the Portugal corner. The serendipity there of 13 and those. Your thoughts on those all black jerseys?
Oh, I love them. And I thought,
are you a Gala guy or no Gala guy?
It depends on the Gala. And I like this one. By the way, I haven't said that word Gala or heard it in a long time. Gala.
That's what I'm here for you, buddy.
That's good Portuguese right there. It depends. It depends because you want the Gala that can stay down and neat, and that's not always the case. That's actually one of the reasons I don't wear polo shirts.
Oh,
and I quite like, when I'm feeling preppy, I quite like the polo shirt look. But then if you don't iron it properly, it just doesn't sit well. And it's the same thing with these soccer jerseys. It doesn't necessarily sit well. And just on a quick aside, Charlotte FC have a great third kit. It's called the Heritage Kit. It's an homage to the Carolina Lightning. And they wore this fluorescent yellow and a beautiful blue. And the kit is beautiful. But the only problem is the gala. The collar doesn't sit right. So I always have to wear it a la Cantona, which, things could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, if he's wearing it just like Cantona there.
That's right.
If you're gonna do as I Americanize the name now, if you go Eric Cantona, you have to have a big gala. Like you can't
watch out! Sorry. Ireland just equalized. Oh, he's offside. My bad. You were talking about big gala.
Oh, wait, hold on, real quick. What is the time? The game time on your television? I'm at 40. I'm at Portugal. I'm at 59:45.
I'm about 10 seconds behind you.
Okay, perfect. All right.
So not a problem. It's not like there are going to be a lot of surprises in this match anymore.
By the way, also coming in was Francisco Conceição. He is in for Bernardo Silva. So you were on a couple of episodes ago. We talked towards the end that the kind of the bugaboo right now still with this national team is both on the defensive side of things, and you mentioned Diogo Costa as well, where he has these absolutely great moments of brilliance, but then he's still very unsure on corners, on free kicks, and
Crosses,
and I think the second goal left a lot to be desired in the Ireland match in terms of his goalkeeping.
Let me think back to that. Parrott, how did he score the oh, it was a near post shot,
near
right?
Post, near post, and he was already near post. That was already he was in perfect position, but still wasn't able to make.
I mean, that's a tough one. It was a really well hit strike. It was a well hit strike.
You think so?
I think so, and also wet conditions. So I'd have to see it again. Okay. Maybe I had that fleeting thought when I saw it as well, but I don't know. I won't be critical. Because the entire Portuguese performance in that game was so disastrous that, and I'm not going to point the finger at Roberto Martinez on this one. This one I think is more about the players. Let's
put you on the spot here. The team flows better with Ronaldo, yes or no? But is the team better without Ronaldo, yes or no? It depends, right?
I was looking forward to seeing Gonçalo Ramos start this game. I've been clamoring for him to start for a long time because of the way that the ball is circulated, his ability to put pressure on players. I mean, on the opposition during their buildup. Look what happened with the second goal. He was alert. I think the commentator used that word appropriately as well. He just brings a different dynamic, but you can't make any sort of assessments based on a performance against a very limited Armenia side.
Yeah, it was similar. It was similar to I think in Euro qualifying. I think when Portugal beat, I believe it was Luxembourg 7-0, and I believe Ronaldo had picked up a second yellow during the qualification, and he was out. And I had tweeted something to the effect of, much like we had talked about, we kind of saw the end of the Fernando Santos era. We might be heading towards the end of the Cristiano Ronaldo era because it just aesthetically it looked better. Right. It didn't. And I think as he's gotten older and has played, I think there's less of a reliance, but there's still a reliance. And I still think the consistent need to cross a ball every time is an issue. But I still think if you have the option, you should bring Cristiano Ronaldo on your team when you can. It's just about managing the player and making sure that it's best for your team and how to best use him for your team.
100%. If anybody suggests that he doesn't have a place on this team, they don't know what they're talking about. And I've heard some US-based pundits say as much, despite the fact that he's scoring goals. And that was never something that I said. I did make the case. I did make the case that, if he weren't willing to sit on the bench on occasion, then that could become problematic. But he seems to have accepted his new role positionally and potentially. I think he's going into the World Cup firmly believing that he's going to be the starting center forward for Portugal. And perhaps Gonçalo Ramos or anybody else hasn't shown that they can dethrone him. So I'm not going to argue that case anymore. I would say that the reason Gonçalo Ramos hasn't given the opposite argument is because he hasn't been played enough with the Portuguese national team, where he hasn't gotten enough minutes to really prove that he can be a competitor for that position. So it looks like Ronaldo's going to be the starter.
Do you think it's also because he hasn't cemented his spot as a regular starter at PSG as well?
Yeah, but that has a lot to do with the system. The system that Luis Enrique was employing. He's been playing more often now, but every time he comes off the bench, he scores.
Yeah, it's true.
He's a prolific guy and one of the most trusted players on that team when it comes to penalties as well, which I think is important to note.
Eric Krakauer is joining us here on the live watch party of Portugal's last World Cup qualifier, a qualifier that they needed to win to get in to the World Cup. As we sit here in the 65th minute, Portugal is up 6-1, comfortably ahead. It does not matter what happens in the Hungary-Ireland match, as long as Portugal takes care of business. And with 25 minutes left to go and a 5-goal lead, you would think that it's pretty safe. Looks like Portugal will be going to North America and participating in the 2026 World Cup. Well, that's a good. That's a good. Nice punch. That was a nice punch from the keeper there. Diogo Costa could learn a little bit. He likes to tap it. He likes to slap the ball. He doesn't like to punch the ball. He likes to just I'm like, come on, we're not playing volleyball, bro. Let's go. So you've turned me against Diogo Costa. Are you happy about that?
No, that wasn't my intention. I still think he's a phenomenal goalkeeper, and I've.
But you mentioned something. Why is he still in Porto?
Yes, I did say that. Wow, you really do listen to the things I have to say.
I have to edit the show, Eric.
You did have to edit the show, and apologies for that in advance. I may have been a little bit too honest. This is what you do to me. You're so disarming. But
I know it.
I've always had questions as to why he remains at Porto, and I understand that he feels an allegiance to the team, as so many Portistas do. That's actually something that I've always been very envious of, is how many Porto players are really, really Porto through and through. Oh,
yep, almost there. Eric, did Eric freeze? No, he's good.
I'm here. But my signal, I've got all the TVs are on, man. There are 100 games on. My kids are watching something so they can stay away from my office for a little bit. If not, it would be absolute chaos in here.
See, today I told the family, I'm like, listen, I'm going to be doing it nice and early. I woke my wife up when I started. I think I woke her up while I was singing the national anthem, so that was fun. Two, I go out to get something to drink at halftime, and I have my kids who are 10 and 8, who just, it's a struggle to wake up for school. Yet on a Sunday at around 6:45. Dude, the macaques are already on the TV, and they're like, and I'm like, hey, listen, I'm doing my show today. You can come in whenever you want. That doesn't matter. So
yes, I'm not concerned. It's funny because I brought my son into my office during the national anthem, and only because I don't know any songs, any kid songs, and when he was younger, I would hum. One of the many songs I would or tunes that I would hum to my son was the Portuguese national anthem, and not because of any patriotism, because I am not the most patriotic person in the world, despite loving my country. That didn't come out right.
No, it didn't.
It did not come right. I'm patriotic.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those people who, I hear the national anthem somewhere and then I stop and I've seen people do that. I'm not one of those
Eric
people.
doesn't go, hey.
Yeah. No,
respect.
Stop. Everybody stop. No, I'm not one of those people. That's what I meant by it. I love my country and
I know you do, buddy.
Sing its praises, but I'm not a national anthem kind of guy. But I used to hum to him. I hummed that one. I hummed the Barcelona hymn, which is so catchy, and a few others. And I'm not a Barcelona fan, so it had nothing to do with soccer or patriotism. It just put him to sleep. So he sort of every time he hears it, he goes, "Oh my God, Papa, that's what you sing to me." So I always bring him in for the national anthem.
You never did the patinhos for the kids?
Não,
os patinhos acaba de brincar.
No.
Okay.
Mas conheço bem. E depois I was gonna start speaking Portuguese.
It's all right, buddy.
Atirei o pau ao gato.
Atirei o pau ao gato, tu manjo gato, tu. No, morrer. That's a terrible song in 2025.
It's a terrible song in general, but it's interesting because I was singing it and my mother finally goes, those lyrics aren't great. No, they are not. Anyway, we have digressed.
Yeah, but you know what? Luciano wants to know what kit you're wearing. What's that shirt you're wearing there?
This is Orchard FC. It was just a recreational team that I played on in New York City. And actually with another Tuga, a guy by the name of Eddie Gonçalves. All right, Forbes. Well done.
What I miss?
penalty.
He earned it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. The replay is showing now. João Felix. Ooh, he is slightly on.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
It's close.
It looks like that trailing leg, but I haven't gotten to the replay yet. I'm behind.
It's definitely a foul in the box.
He's on. There's no doubt about that.
All right, then I think
Yeah.
give the kid the shot.
Yeah, that would be nice.
No,
wouldn't it?
he's
Although,
he's not going to get it.
Oh, you know what? From that last replay. Oh yeah, the first one. There's definitely a knock.
Yeah. It's definitely a PK. Tried to play the ball, ended up hitting the right leg of Carlos Forbes.
I was listening to a podcast recently, and they were making fun of him after that Barcelona game. You know, they weren't making fun of him, but they were like, "Do you know who Carlos Forbes is?" And it was an English podcast, and they were talking about his time at Wolves when, you know, you hardly saw him if you saw him at all.
He was rubbish. He was rubbish at the Molineux.
Yeah, sort of like that, but just with a slightly more northern accent.
I see. I just don't know what the difference is. It looks like it's going to be Bruno Fernandes taking the PK again.
He's on a hat trick.
He's on a hattie. Let's see. You know, I'm not going to spoil it since I'm ahead of Eric. I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. I won't even look at the screen. Look at the concentration on Bruno Fernandes, who is indefatigable. Let's see.
I don't know what that word means.
Tireless.
But I brought Gola, so
you did bring Gola. Well taken. Well taken.
There it is. Hey, you know what? A hat trick? There it is. Hey.
Well taken. 7-1.
All right. In hockey. Throw the hat.
Touchdown.
Throw the hat.
I mean, I knew this was going to be a bit of a bloodbath. Oh, look at that old school Spartan kit from when they won the title in 2002. I knew it was going to be a thumping. I just didn't think it would be 7-1.
But you know, it's the longer it went without any kind of goal, the more pressure this team was going to be playing under. So I thought the goal that Renato Vega scored was the goal that was going to kind of break things open. But then again, some shaky defending, but credit to the Armenian side for a great ball into the box to get get things level. But it started opening up right when Hamush scored his first, and then João Neves 2 minutes later scored the first of his two goals. And once it got to 3-1, I thought we were all right. So Ruben Neves coming in for Ruben Dias, and João Cancelo is out. Who is in? Let's see. Mateus Nunes. I believe we are subbed out. We have made all 5. I'll take a look at the subs here, but I believe, let's see what Forbes, Conceição, Mateus Nunes, Ruben Neves, and I'm missing somebody, I think.
I wasn't really paying attention.
It's all right, buddy. It's 7-1.
It's 7-1.
I don't think Armenia is paying attention, to be honest. Let me update the old banner here.
Oh, that was almost a really good pass. You know, it was an interesting group, and I'm still watching Hungary, Ireland, as I'm getting one of my good friends, Kevin Egan, texting me.
Is that Kevin Egan, formerly of WWE fame?
That's correct. Yes. You know, he's Irish, so he's been anxious all day, and I'm hoping for an Ireland win because of him, but it's not looking so great.
Let's take a look. Oops, sorry.
It's funny. So are you a WWE fan?
Yeah, man. I really, as a kid, I watched it all the time, and then I went away from it for like a few years. And then I don't know, like I think it was when my folks, when I was still living there at my parents' house, my folks got satellite, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh wow, WWE's still around, and I'm like, all right, let's do it. So yeah, I took my youngest, I took my oldest to WrestleMania at SoFi Stadium in LA 3 years ago. and the boys have been hooked since. It's one of the few things that we are all uniform on in terms of watching. So
you know, it's funny. I've always made fun of adults who watch WWE.
here we go.
And
Should be
then
good.
And then Kevin, since I brought him up, Kevin was doing a WWE event here in Charlotte, and he said, "Come over, come and watch." And I went to see. I forget who I went to see it with. Maybe my former commentary partner, Lloyd Sam. And I have to admit, I was incredibly impressed with the athleticism. You don't get it on TV. You don't really get to appreciate just the physical specimens that these people are, and the acrobatics.
They're enormous. Yeah,
But just the physicality of the thing. I mean, those somersaults, you watch them on TV off of the ropes, and you go, all right. And then you see it live up close, and you're like, how did he do that?
Yeah.
You know, so I developed a newfound respect. I would never watch it, but definitely a newfound respect for what seems like a very difficult sport.
And also, if we're gonna pull back the old curtain here, Kevin Egan did not use his given name. I believe he went Kevin Patrick.
Kevin Patrick, that's correct.
That's
correct.
right. Yeah.
That's
So
correct.
they're like, I don't know if Eric Krakauer would be what you would. Ooh, hey, you know what? In the chat, come up with Eric's WWE name.
I would use my Portuguese name properly. I use my Portuguese name.
Oh,
which is Diaz. So I'd go by Eric Diaz, or since I'm a Danny like you.
I already know it. All day, Eric Diaz. There it is. It's all.
But I'll blow your mind a little bit more. So my name is also Danielle. So maybe it would be Danny Diaz.
Dangerous Danny Diaz. Oh my God.
Oh, dangerous Danny.
Oh,
more like deranged Danny Diaz.
He is dangerous all day because he is dangerous Danielle Diaz. Oh well, listen. You know, if I know they're not watching, they are traveling. The Portuguese kids who are based out of the New England area. I went to actually go see them. They were touring out here in California. Saw them on Friday in Manteca, California, with my wife, and they are actually putting on some sort of a wrestling event. They're calling it WrestleFesta. So you have time if you want to get in. You know, I can put in a good word if we want to get Dangerous Danny Diaz on the card.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, card is subject to change, as they like to say. But man, boy, that'd be pretty sweet.
Oh, it would be amazing.
Just
it would be amazing.
A green and white striped leotard.
You've gotten to know those Portuguese kids, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm happy to say that the relationship there is growing each and every day. So it's good. Those guys are do a lot for the Tuga community here in the States and in Canada, because they're both first generation, so like so much of my generation is, and they bring up stuff and I'm like, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, they've got some really good things. Yeah,
that's why it's funny that
and
so.
they're all Asturians like you, right?
Yeah, I think San Miguel. Both Derek and Brian are Magalhães. So
that's you can tell by the way they eat their words.
Yeah, it's listen, it's just like somebody from California and somebody from New York. They say the same word very differently.
A little bit more than that, but I would say somebody from California and somebody from Australia or New Zealand.
There it is.
But like say pão.
Pão. Okay. All right, here's you son of a bitch. Listen. Okay. Say fish in Portuguese.
Peixe.
Peixe. See, it's closer.
That's closer.
But like, see, my wife is from. Did you see the Olympico almost there?
Yeah.
So my wife is from the island of Pico, and they have a different dialect than people from Terceira, where my parents are from. So I say peixe, she says peixe, which is I think closer to you than it is to me. So we did a carnival skit one year in Sacramento, and it just came organically where we were on the newlywed game, And she goes, "What's the host says? What's the favorite thing you guys like to eat?" And she goes, "It's bush." And I'm like, "It's not bush, it's beige." And then it's like, look at her and look at her. She's leering at me from the distance here.
She can hear it. She can hear
it.
it.
Well, again, I woke her up singing the national anthem, so she's pissed off at me for the rest of the day. So,
oh, you're in the doghouse. You know, it's funny. I think I've told you this. I was once in at a soccer game watching. Oh, and Carlos Forbes has done well since coming in. By the way, Triple D from Luciano Feltrin says Triple D. Yeah. Funny enough, I played music with my cousin when we were kids growing up, and he was also a Daniel Diaz, and so our band was Double D. But what I was going to say about what was I going to say just now? Oh, I was at this soccer game, and somebody introduced me to somebody else, and they said, "Oh, this guy is Portuguese. You should talk to him." And from the Azores Islands, and I said, "Oh, great." So we started chatting, and about a minute into the conversation, I just said to the guy, "Listen, I think it's better if we speak in English." What did you see?
Hat trick alert! Hat trick alert!
Nevs, there we go.
Hat trick alert! When was the last time? Oh, that's stats people who live in my house. Find out when the last time Portugal had 2 people with hat tricks in a game. Probably never happened before. As we are now at 8-1, as João Neves off of a corner, some scrambling around, and he plays it. He was already falling a little bit to his left. The ball hits his knee, then falls right to his foot as he's falling to his left, hits the ball with his right, and we are at 8-1, Eric. 8-1.
Whoa, did you just see that? He controls the ball with his thigh first?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's falling.
That was delicious. This kid is a phenom. Oh, that was so nice. That was so nice. The degree of difficulty to keep his balance.
Yeah, he's something else, man.
That was unreal. This kid, man. And the fact that he tucks in his jersey. It's too bad he's a Benfiquista, but other than that,
I mean, it's the greatest thing about him.
Golden.
So
I tweet something out.
Yeah, go ahead. Tweet something now. I'll vamp. So Portugal has used all of their subs. Again, Ruben Neves is in, João Felix is in, Francisco Trincão is in, Carlos Forbes is in, and Gonçalo. Nope, that's not it. And then God, who else just came in? I thought I had it all. Hold on. Let me look at this stupid screen I have right in front of me. I know someone's going to correct me in the okay, so Mateus Nunes, Ruben Neves, João Felix, Francisco Trincão, and Carlos Forbes have all made their way into the match. But yeah, 8-1.
I'm glad Mateus Nunes is getting a run out there.
I'm not seeing a lot of Man City games, so talk to the viewers if you don't mind about how his game has progressed under Pep Guardiola, because I know Pep asked a lot of him and it kind of was questioning maybe not him per se, but just him, Pep's the player. Decision. Yeah, last season, and he seems to be kind of taking off right now.
And he made a lot of mistakes. And I remember tweeting something to the effect of, "What is Pep Guardiola doing? This is never going to work." But it had a lot to do with the system that was being employed as well. Now that they are pushing in their wingers and allowing more license for the fullbacks to go forward. Oh, watch out. What's happening here? Chico. Oh, Chico.
Yeah. And it was Chico Conceição, not Trincão.
Not Trincão.
Yeah. That's on me. Thank you, Luciano.
He's been playing really well. He's actually
the heavens
playing the right
Eric, the heavens have just opened up. My goodness.
Yeah, it's pissing down in Porto.
Wow, that is something. But I'm sorry. Go ahead with Matheus Nunes.
Yeah, he's just been playing really well, on both sides of the ball. He's adapted to the new position well. And who am I to have questioned Pep Guardiola? You know, if he saw in Matheus Nunes a player who could play that role, and he didn't go and purchase a right back. Did he? No, he didn't. He didn't go purchase a right back, and he lost Kyle Walker. They didn't renew his contract. So that shows that he had a lot of faith that Matheus Nunes could play in that position, and that becomes another weapon for Roberto Martinez if he chooses to see it, because now he's got a versatile player who's a rooted center mid, 8 box-to-box kind of player playing as a right back. Why not bring that player as one of the 26? Or has there been discussions about bringing 29 to the World Cup?
29. I haven't heard that.
I thought I heard something about that. I could have been dreaming.
I thought, well, again, but then they also just called up 26 players, and then, well, yeah, they called 26, decided not to bring 2 to replace the 2 that were gone. But I thought, and I might be wrong, I believe World Cup is 23. I don't know if they're changing that. And you know what? Let me look at the roster from
So wait a minute. They changed it for the last World Cup. They went from 23 to 26. I thought they did that for the Euros. I don't know. Maybe it was for the Euros. Maybe it was for the Euros. But I believe I read something about considering 29 players, which is an awful lot of players.
Well, they're already allowing 48 teams. Why not just add 30 players?
Why not?
Let's make it real expensive for the federations to book all these rooms.
Yes, they'll have to have roommates once again. I like the idea of roommates. I think if I was away in a tournament like that, I'd want a roommate.
Beds. Let's go bunk beds.
Bunk beds.
You know, just having like Ruben Dias on the top bunk and a little guy like João Neves on the bottom, and just see what that would look like. You know,
I just listened recently to João Vieira Pinto, who was one of my favorite players growing up, and somebody who I don't think gets enough love from the Portuguese football-loving population. What are you going to say? João Vieira Pinto. Vieira Pinto. Benfica and then Sporting, played for Boa Vista.
He may have scored the most underrated goal in the history of Portugal, just in terms of skill and difficulty.
The header. Against England.
Yeah,
that was unbelievable.
Oh, it was unreal.
Unbelievable. But he just João Felix, well done. Oh, come on, Ramos, you got to put that one away. He says from his comfortable seat in his office. Oh, what did you see? What did you see?
Oh man, just good touch. Just lots of good touch there. Just didn't result in a goal.
Oh my goodness. Pass the ball back to him.
Right.
This is why João Felix drives me insane.
You put it right back, right? You put it right back.
João Felix. This could have been one of those goals to remember forever. What are you doing?
And Bruno Fernandes asking for it for sure.
Oh, to be fair, the defender gets in there.
Yeah. But
still, come on, João Felix. He was going to shoot regardless. Yeah. No,
okay, so according to
go ahead.
Oh no, so just the roster thing. So teams were required to name their final squads. So it was the last World Cup. So it was November the 13th. In August of 22, FIFA increased the final squad size to 26 from 23. So I'm wondering if they are still going at least with the 26-man squad going with this World Cup. But as you mentioned, that if there's talk of 29, we may have more. But 48 times 29, so 48 and 30, that's it's like 700 players, I think.
I may have dreamt that up, okay? So, it may have been one of those fever dreams that I had. Let me just finish the story on João Vieira Pinto. And he was giving an interview, I think it was like Canal 11 or something. And he was talking about how he was, what was the name of the coach in the 2002 World Cup?
Antonio Oliveira?
Antonio Oliveira, exatamente. Now, this is why you have a podcast. Antonio Oliveira decided to room João Vieira Pinto with the left back from Porto, the Tuga who had Brazilian roots. I can't think of his name, but they used to get into big scuffles in the Benfica Porto games. And the two of them.
I remember now.
And so he roomed them together for just for chemistry. And at first, João Pinto was saying that he declined, didn't want to do it, but at the end, he accepted. And I didn't listen to the rest of the interview, but I thought it was interesting that you'd put these two rivals in the same room.
Sometimes you have
World
to.
Cup. Yeah, I think it's a good thing to do.
Yeah. By the way, you're gonna see, I believe Gonçalo Ramos just go right in front of Carlos Forbes, who would have been on a sitter. Yeah. Oh, nice move there. That's
he misjumped as well, Gonçalo Ramos.
Yeah.
I think he went a little bit early. My goodness.
Let's see. I think there's a comment here from Wizdro. Felix, why did you have to do the impossible?
Oh, João Felix with that little nutmeg just now. There's no denying his talent. There's no
100%.
denying his talent. He's just an infuriating player. Infuriating. Because I think he just thinks he's God's gift to the planet.
Wow. Boy.
Or he behaves that way.
Well, I mean, petulance is rewarded. I think it has a lot to do with where we are in youth sports, I think, around the world. But
how many teams has he played for?
I think he's at 4.
No, he's more than that. He's
since leaving Benfica,
Atletico, Madrid. You got Chelsea, Barcelona, Al Nassr. Who am I missing? Am I missing somebody?
Milan, AC.
Milan.
Yeah,
very good.
So what? I mean, that's 5, 6,
6 teams, and he's what? 25, 26.
Yeah, it's a little bit of not so much with the injuries, but just not being able to find a home at such, and especially after such promise.
With a lot of teams willing to give him a home. So what does that say about him? And I'm not privy to the inner workings of his relationship with all these teams, but the fact that he's been on all these teams and that neither of them wanted him to continue. I mean, his stint with Atletico Madrid was doomed from the beginning, and then the relationship with Simeone wasn't the best because Simeone required him to do things. Oh, what happened here? Hold on. What happened here? Okay.
Just watch.
Forbes. João Felix. Chico. Já foste.
That's who you room with Ruben Dias. To get a little bit of mentality. If Ruben Dias played with the mentality of a Francisco Conceição, we'd be having a different conversation.
Why? With Francisco, with Chico, why?
No. In a good way. I think. So I think that there is a lack of fear from the attacking side towards our defense. I think we lost that with Pep, even at his advanced age of 41 when he retired.
Yeah.
I think that there is a lack of fear attacking us, and I think that lack of fear exists because there's a lot of holes that this defense allows. Let's see. Who do we got here, buddy? Hola, bom dia.
Bom dia.
Say bom dia to all the Seleção podcast people.
Hello.
Ganda gadalha, hein? Ganda gadalha. Sabes o que é gadalha?
Oh, yeah. Lots of hair, baby.
Yeah, ganda gadalha. Tipo Paulo Futre.
Yeah, very much.
Fernando Couto.
He's just got to get the little beauty mark right there, and he'll be all set. But I think that there's I thought that when Pep was still around and Ruben Dias was coming up, I would think that, or I felt that there was a little bit of more free reign for a guy like Ruben Dias to play, not reckless, but just to be a little bit more aggressive. Now that he's the main guy at center back, I don't think he's there yet in terms of having a guy like Renato Veiga or Inácio be able to play aggressive and be able to cover their aggressiveness, because I don't think he's that player.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just love Shiku's attitude and his. And you know, hey, let's go ahead and I'm gonna shake your hand virtually here. Congratulations on making the World Cup, buddy.
Yes, you too. You too.
9-1. 9-1. It ends 9-1.
9-1. But now everybody, I was just listening to what the commentators said at the end there, saying something along the lines of they're forced to be reckoned with. It's Armenia. I know 9 goals is a lot, and I think that might be a record. Have they scored? I think their record before was Liechtenstein a few years ago.
I think 9 is
7-1.
No. They've
Have
hit. I think they've hit 9 before. I'm going to take a look right now. But go ahead. What you were saying?
It's Armenia, and you're playing at home, and you're playing for a World Cup spot. By the way, Ireland equalized, and so this game is at a knife or on a knife's edge with a couple of minutes remaining. So spare a thought for my friend Kevin Egan.
Hey, let's go Ireland. Now that it doesn't matter, let's go Ireland.
I want Ireland to go through for a variety of reasons. I won't talk politics on this podcast, but
By the way, the 9 matches the most goals scored. Last time they scored 9 this could have been the game I had got into Twitter trouble with when Portugal won 9-0 against Luxembourg.
That's right.
But 9-1, 9-1. It won't be the biggest win in terms of difference, but it matches the most goals scored in an official match by this national team.
So those 9 goals against Luxembourg, that was what, 2 years ago?
September of 23. So I think that fits right in the timeline.
Yes, I remember that. Did Ronaldo score a hat trick in that game?
I don't believe Ronaldo played in that game. I'm trying to look that up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, to somebody's comment, this Big Bills fan 34, the pundits are going to go wild against Ronaldo. I think against Ronaldo batter this outing with it. Ronaldo batter this. Okay, there's something going on there with the syntax, but I know what you're saying, Bill. Big Bills fan 34, that they're gonna say that Ronaldo should be on the bench or whatever. I don't think that can be a discussion after this game. It's one game. One game. It's one game. But to that point, Gonçalo Ramos, and I, since being on with you, I haven't paid as much attention. But the way he facilitates the movement for everybody else, that's the thing that I've always been on about. Apart from the pressing, it's like, how do you make everybody else better? Is everybody else better with Cristiano Ronaldo? No. Is everybody else better with Gonçalo Ramos? Yes. Does that necessarily mean that the team as a whole becomes better without Cristiano Ronaldo, given the form that he's been in over the last, 5, 6, 7 games with the national team? I can't answer that question. I think that if you had a body of work that included a bunch of big teams like a Spain or a France or a Netherlands, then you can make that assessment if you have Gonçalo Ramos starting.
Yeah, we are at the final here. 9-1 is the win, or is the score line. Portugal makes their way to the 2026 World Cup. I'm going to try. Now this is
Ireland! Ireland! Oh, Ireland just scored at the death! Oh my goodness!
Tweet away! While Eric is doing that, I'm going to try to do a Twitter Spaces. Now,
amazing! In Hungary. Oh, good for them! Good for them. I'm sorry, Szoboszlai. You're a player that I'd love to see at the World Cup, but I don't want to see Hungary at the World Cup. Wow. Wow.
Well,
Parrot again. Parrot.
Troy on a hattie, huh? 5 in the last 2 matches for that kid.
That was a wonder. Look at him. Never gives up on the play. I love that desire. Oh, that was amazing. I bet everybody here watching is like, why didn't he celebrate like this when it came to Portugal? Because by the time I came on, we were beating them 6-1.
Yeah, no kidding, right? All right. Let's see. All right, my mic is on Twitter Spaces. Again, I don't know if this is going to work or not. Actually, no, let me end that and try it again. Yes, end. Let me try this one more time. Live, start a space. Record the space. Portugal advances to the 2026 World Cup.
Oh my goodness.
Let's talk about it. Oh, wife, are you leaving? I hope you have a wonderful breakfast with your lady friends. Do you want to say hi to the people? No, you don't?
Don't
You
blame
sure?
her.
There's the bon dia. We'll
Bon
take
dia,
that.
bon dia.
Eric says bon dia.
Divirta-se com as amigas.
Yeah, he says don't get too crazy. It's breakfast.
No, definitely get crazy. It's breakfast. Mimosas.
Oh yeah, he says lots of mimosas.
That would be great.
All right, baby. Have a good time. So what's happening now, Eric, is not only am I hosting a live podcast with you, and thank you very much for joining. And listen, and you can bounce anytime you want. Do not feel obligated to stay on. But we're on YouTube right now. We are on Twitter Spaces. You will not be able to hear anything that Eric says on Twitter Spaces, but I will relay anything that Eric says to you on Twitter Spaces. But let's see. Hold on. Let's see if I can bring in Matt Marshall. Matthew, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but the music might still be too loud.
No, but it's better than it was before. How you doing, sir?
All right, man. Party atmosphere here.
Yeah, obviously Matthew is at the Dragão, following an emphatic 9-1 victory for the Seleção. They are on their way to North America to take part in the 2026 World Cup. Obviously, the opponent was never going to be something that we were going to fear. It was more the fear of the moment and if Portugal was going to be able to meet it. And I would say a 9-1 victory definitely says that they met the moment to make it to the World Cup once again.
Yeah, they crushed them, mate. A little bit of a hiccup there. They go. I don't think I need to have a one scoring. Yeah, it's a pretty great attacking play. Nice lift up and attack. Some getting it done. I mean, I need you in the temple. It's got to go out there and beat them. Eric, how you going, mate?
Hey, what's going on? How's it going?
Good, mate.
I can hardly hear you. I just heard my name.
Yeah, as soon as Eric hears ERIC, he goes, "What's that? Hello?"
Yeah, that's got to be me. It's got to be me. I'm just texting away over here.
Cool, man. Yeah, it was good. Just, I mean, the roller coaster was a bit of a roller coaster of a qualifying campaign. But I mean, look at the last few days. I think a journalist asked Renzo Martinez after the Ireland match, he still had the conditions to continue his coach. And as I mentioned before, those free kicks and set pieces towards Portugal's back post is still going to go in the World Cup. And we can't answer much about the outcomes.
Well, you know what, Matt, we'll get you on either a recap of today's game or maybe as we get closer to the draw, because we are still having a little bit of issue hearing you. But I appreciate all the efforts you made to try to get on the pod here. And again, we live in a world where I can talk to somebody seriously from the stadium at the drop of a link. So this is what makes this show so much fun. But yeah, if you need to also get down to the media and do what you need to do. And appreciate you as always for making time for us. And we'll get you on soon.
No worries. Yeah, the music's cranking here. So
tell the DJ to turn that shit off already. We won the game 9-1. God damn it.
Yeah, it's always really loud here, so sorry about that, but it's the best I can do. But anyway.
Hey, man, we appreciate you.
All right, I'll catch you later.
All right, take care.
Forza. Matthew's the best, man. Again, we're on Spaces, so again, none of you guys heard what Matthew had to say, but to be fair, we barely heard what Matthew had to say, given the audio situation over there. But if anyone on Spaces wants to go ahead and give us a shout, I can put you on, and I can put you right on the microphone. And then as well, I'm going to put the link in let's see. Okay, do that. And oops, I'm going to put the link to the studio in our comments. If anybody wants, so if you see the link in the comments that I just posted, if you guys want to join me and Eric in the studio, you guys just click that link and you guys will pop up and you can join me and Eric, just like Matthew did, on screen with us. If not, if you want to go ahead and try to reach us out on Teams, I'll try to get you on as well. But I think a little bit of what Matthew was saying, Eric, is it was Armenia. Armenia is not the test that Portugal needed, but almost maybe the opponent they needed, coming off, I should say, the Ireland match. The group itself was never going to be difficult on paper. It's just the way things happened on paper and on the schedule that made it a little bit more than it needed to be. But now it's you know what? Danny Stories. I don't know who Danny Stories is, but he goes, "Everyone have a great day. Vamos para a igreja." Well, yeah, it's not a bad idea. Maybe we should have gone before, maybe a Saturday night vigil for today, but just now that we're in, it'll be interesting to see where we go geographically, and but there is still obviously things to work out, no doubt.
Yeah, and we have the what is it? The draw is on the 5th of December,
which sucks. I wish it was on a Saturday.
What day is 5th of December?
It's a Friday.
Okay.
So we're already screwing that up.
I think I'm supposed to be on a show in New York for that. So if
look at you.
If that happens, it's a podcast. If that happens,
why do you say it like that? You're on a podcast right now.
No.
How dare you?
I was
Nariz Noir. My goodness.
No. No. I love podcasts. Podcasts. I was just being specific.
Gotcha. All good, buddy. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. So we'll see if that happens. I need to do my homework on some of the teams that have qualified.
Well, Jesus, Eric, you have to learn 16 more teams now.
Yes.
Hey, I did not give a shout out. I'm gonna do it right now. Shout out to Cape Verde for making the World Cup. I have some family on my wife's side who is Cape Verdean, and they support the national team, the Portuguese national team, because at the end of the day, somos Portuguese, but being able to have Cape Verde in the World Cup is going to be so fun to see. It'll be interesting to see who they get drawn with next month. But yeah, I'll be interested to see exactly what that looks like for them. But just on making the World Cup alone, shout out to them, and shout out to all their fans, all the Cape Verdeans.
What an incredible story! I actually have a friend who was playing for Charlotte, and now he's playing in Croatia. His name is Yuri Tavares. He played for Benfica Youth, and then he was at Estoril Praia. And I'm hoping that he makes the team. I think that he has an opportunity to make the team. So let's I'd love to see that happen, because he's a phenomenal player. Yeah. And by the way, it should be noted, sorry to hijack what you're about to say. Also, Portugal has been siphoning off talent from the former colonies for a very long time. I think Nani was born in Cape Verde. Is it Nani?
I believe so, yeah.
William Carvalho is where? Angolano?
I believe so, yes.
So you have all, my mother's from Angola. It's funny you mentioned Cape Verde, and I remember in 2006 our first game was against Angola, so it was a house divided. But it's great to see teams like Cape Verde make the World Cup, and I hope they make some noise.
Nani was actually born in Amadora in Portugal,
okay.
but he is of Cape Verdean descent. He was raised by his tia Antonia on the Santa Filomena estate in Amadora. At age 5, his father left for a holiday in Cape Verde, but never returned. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And when he was 12, his mother left Portugal to start a new life in the Netherlands. Wow, that's a tough kind of. I'm just, I Ron Burgundy that thing. I didn't preview it before I saw it.
Amadora, baby. Amadora.
Where are you? Where's your family from? Where'd you grow up?
So my grandmother actually lived in Amadora. but both my grandparents were from Angola. Actually, my grandmother was born in Portugal and went to Angola as a child. My grandfather was already born in Angola, so we're pretty much everywhere. And my family right now is in the Algarve. That's where my mother is. In fact, in Albufeira, where a tornado just hit yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw the
Jesus.
news.
No.
So a lot of my family peppered along the Algarve coast and Lisbon as well.
Well, I'm gonna end the Twitter space. It's just too hard to do it if you guys can't hear what Eric is saying. So hey, force it to everybody who logged on. We will see you guys for hopefully a live broadcast of the draw on December the 5th. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I got someone who wants to talk. Let's see if I can bring him on. And Eric, you're gonna have to let me know if you can hear him. Add as a speaker. We are looking for Ray Mundo. Ray, unmute yourself and say what you want to say, man.
Hello, guys. Hope you're well. How are we doing today? Congratulations on qualifying.
Eric, can you hear him okay?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, and so, Ray, before Eric's not going to be able to hear you, so I'll relay what Eric is saying. He says thank you for calling in. So, Ray, where are you calling us from?
I live in England, and it's in the centre of England, and it's near Nottingham, basically. If you know Nottingham Forest, obviously everyone knows them, don't they?
Yeah, lots of Portuguese managers go there to get fired.
And we've had a few players over the years as well. I don't know where your particular favourite team is in Portugal, but we've had plenty of players from Benfica. We had Tobias Figueiredo from Sporting. We've had at least, quite a number. But it's great. I love it.
Well, what are your thoughts here on today as we qualify for World Cup 2020? And I say we. Are you just a football fan? How did you come across the podcast?
Yeah, no, I'm just a football fan. I mean, I have my own podcast, and I like to network, meet new people all the time. So when I seen your profile, I just thought, yeah, I'll follow this guy. And then obviously I'm interested in football worldwide, and Portuguese football being a prime example of great football. So, and I just seen the live space come up, and I don't usually click on them, but I just thought, yeah, why not?
Well, I'm glad you did, man. What are your thoughts on the national team, the Portuguese national team, and what do you think they can do next summer in the World Cup?
Do you know what? I just think that you have one. I think Ronaldo is the greatest footballer of all time. Personally, I rate him ahead of Messi, and I think on top of that, I think he's a phenomenal leader, and I'm sure you agree with me on that. And I just think with the amount of talent that your national team always has at any given moment, that they're always going to be a threat at any tournament. I just have to believe that. What do you think? Is it looking particularly strong at the moment, or just medium, or what?
Well, I'll give my thoughts and then I'll relay Eric's to you. But I think that in terms of offensive firepower, this national team is up there with anybody in the world. What I have concerns with is the back line, and I think back line number one, and goalkeeping maybe ish. I think Djokovic could play with a little bit more confidence, but I think the back line with right now with the Ruben Dias and then whoever they like to put next to him, which is still a revolving door. I think that leaves a lot to be desired for me personally. Eric, what do you think of what the good and the bad of this national team for you?
I think everything you just said. The question marks about what happens defensively, question marks about how you defend without the ball, and whether you take what kind of approach against a top team. When you play against an Armenia or you play against a Minnow, they're going to be on the front foot. Is that going to be the mentality against a bigger team?
Yeah, Eric said I was right. So, Ray, you're in England, obviously a Three Lions fan, no doubt.
Well, do you know what? Funny enough, I was raised as a Scotland fan because my mum's from Scotland, and my grandfather was actually an international footballer for Scotland. I always just got that feeling like my football side of me was from that side. But but I am fully English, really, realistically. So I try to. I'm 39 years old, and I'm still have to make renewed efforts every few years just to think like, come on, I'm actually English. I need to support England. But it just doesn't come easily to me. I've just bred it. I've just like trained myself to hate on England for a few reasons. But I don't know. It's so strange. But no, I have to support England in this next World Cup. I have to.
They've made They've made 2 consecutive international finals, if I'm not mistaken. World Cup in 21 or 22, and then the Euros. No, I'm sorry. They had made 2 finals before. The one in 18 and 22. I don't know, whatever. But is it coming home, Ray? Will it ever come home?
I think people get so hyped up for these tournaments because, obviously they get excited. But the reality is there can only be one winner. And it's not like in club football, is it, where teams kind of compete against each other progressively over a period of time and they poach each other's players and money matters and stuff. It's not like that. It's a case of what's the mood like in the camp when the tournament rolls around and who's going to play out of their skin for about a month, isn't it? And so it could happen for sure. England have an amazing team, but at the same time, there's a number of other teams who it could happen for. I believe that whoever's going to win it is the team that's going to turn up and play out of their skin and just do their country proud. And I've seen Italy do that in the Euros final. I think it was about 4 years ago, wasn't it? And you could just see when they were singing the national anthem, every single one of them just looked like they were going to war for their country. And for me, that's the difference.
Ray, if people want to find you on social media and find your podcast, where can they find it?
So yeah, I mean, I think really the best thing to do is just click on the like on there. To be fair, then you can see my Twitter, and I'll put most of my content on Twitter. There's a pinned tweet there with one of my videos, and then I'm about to tweet out a podcast that I've just published, and so that would be the best way. Yeah, just invite anyone. It's a world football podcast, and obviously I invite you on yourself, mate. We can collaborate in any way. I love talking about football from every country, and obviously Portugal's a fabulous example.
Yeah, likewise, man. You can follow Ray at Raymundo Football. That's RayMundofutbol. That is on Twitter, on X. So, my man, thank you very much for tuning in and for listening, and hopefully we'll talk again soon.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Adeus.
Adeus. I like that. Way to go, buddy. All right. Let's remove him. All right. Anybody else on Spaces want to say anything before I hang up there? Thought that was nice, Eric.
That was nice.
Raymundo Football. I like that.
Yeah, that's a great name.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great name.
All right. I'm gonna end it on. Twitter Spaces. Appreciate everybody making the voyage over to Twitter on X. To Raymundo, to Bruno, to Lucas, to 5150, to Tony Lima 100, and to Frank Silva. Forza, guys, thank you for tuning in, but we are going to end Spaces right now. Forza to you guys. All right, and we are done on Twitter Spaces. I need to figure out a way to meld all that together so that we can put as many people on as possible. Again, if you guys are still in the chat, and first of all, why wouldn't you be? If you, again, I'm going to post the link. Let's see. If you want to join Eric and I, click the link. Yeah. So, now with 48 teams, Eric, obviously I guess there shouldn't be a group of death, but likely there'll be a group of death, and somehow Portugal will likely find its way in it. That's just the mentality, right?
The way it goes. I don't think there are many, even with 48 teams, I don't think that there are that many weak teams. And when it comes to tournament football, anything can happen. And there's, in one of the developments, I think, over the last 20 years in football has been the elevation of teams that used to be minnows or used to be cannon fodder for the big teams, right? So I'm thinking 1998 World Cup, Saudi Arabia getting trounced in the group stage, right? Saudi Arabia is not a team that gets trounced anymore. So there aren't that many teams. Even I would venture to guess, and watch me be completely wrong, as I have on so many occasions, but I would venture to guess that even with this expanded World Cup, you're not going to see many thumpings because teams are just better prepared for tournament play. You can't sequester information anymore. And what I mean by that is when teams found novel ways of preparing, whether fitness wise or mentality wise, they could sequester that information because you didn't have the internet back in those days, or you didn't have the same kind of internet. And I just believe that now, with information being readily accessible, every team can prepare to the best of its ability. Most countries have decent infrastructure. The differentiator will be talent and fitness, or player availability, because we're still quite a way away from the World Cup. There's still a lot of club football to be played, and I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to have some big misses, not just for Portugal, but for other teams. And I hope that doesn't happen for any team, because you want the best talent available, but it's just bound to happen.
Let's see. Tom Kundert is also at the match. He has tweeted out a couple of quotes from post game. Let me see if I can bring those up for us here on the screen. Share the screen and share. Let's see. Let's try that one here. In terms, Eric, of Bruno on the Ronaldo question. So I'm guessing, do we play better with or without him? And I'm going to see if I can crank this up in terms of Zoom a little bit more. There we go. Bruno on the Ronaldo question. Bruno says, quote, "I know people talk about this, but Ronaldo scored a lot of goals for us in this qualifying campaign. Ronaldo brings things to our team which other players can't, and other players bring things to the team that Cristiano can't." I think that's an interesting quote there. I'm not saying that is anything other than just being honest. And then Roberto Martinez, when asked about if Portugal play better without Ronaldo, he says, no, we are a better team with Ronaldo. We are a better team with Nuno Mendes. We are a better team with Pedro Neto, which I also tend to agree. It's not a one person, I think, answer anymore. But again, our eyes can tell us things that may or may not be true, based on what we see and what the actual truth is. But listen, we're looking at a guy in Cristiano Ronaldo, Eric, who's still a very, very high quality player who's going to be playing in his 6th World Cup, barring injury. That, just in terms of longevity, is one thing, but it's not just because he's still around. It's because he still can do something for this national team and in this game of world football. So I don't think there's ever going to be a definitive answer on if this is better with or without him. But I just think if you have the option, it's better to have the option to have him than not have him.
Of course. And it's unsurprising that as I was reading Tom Kundert's timeline, he does the retweets after every game.
Yep.
And the number one topic is the Ramos against Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's actually, I thought it would be divided, but a lot of the comments are pro Ramos on the team. And for the reasons that I've mentioned, the fluidity. Again, I want to say, just for the record, this game is not one you can make a lot of determinations about. Okay? It's Armenia. But there is something to be said about the fluidity of the team, the improved performances from players like Bruno Fernandes, who sometimes takes a back seat to the Cristiano Ronaldo show. So that's going to be an interesting point of contention. Although I don't think it is really a point of contention, because Roberto Martinez is, he's a Ronaldo guy. He's going to be a Ronaldo guy. We've beaten that conversation to death. So a couple of things to think about. Who's our right back? I think that Smedo is a very good right back. Very good on the ball, can carve teams that sit deep. Mateus Nunes, I don't think he's going to be a big part of this team, even if he goes to the World Cup. Cancelo is likely to move to the right. I think he's an exceptionally talented player, but loses his head a lot. He was pushed off the ball way too easily on the Armenian goal today as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what the decision is going to be at right back. It's going to be interesting to see who partners, as you already mentioned, Danny, who partners Ruben Dias. I still think Inácio is at pole position right now, despite the fact that Renato Veiga played quite well today in a fairly easy game and scores a goal.
I'm with you in that sense, but why do you think he hasn't cemented his spot? Is it because is it because maybe Roberto Martinez still isn't sure?
Possibly. You mean why has Inácio not continued to play?
Yeah.
I just think he still hasn't decided, and he wants to see these players perform in a variety of games. And after the performance, when did Renato Veiga had a really poor game? Who was it against? Was it against Ireland in the first game?
Let me see.
I think it was. And then Inácio comes in for the second game, which was against whoever it was. Was it Hungary? Yeah, against Hungary. Or was it the other way around?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to look at all 6 matches and the lineups to see who did what when. I know.
I'm looking here. Luciano is saying that Inácio had a poor game against Ireland.
Which one?
It had to be this one.
No,
this recent one. Didn't he start this recent one?
Inácio. I'm sorry. I had Inácio and Veiga.
Yeah, Inácio. Yeah,
mixed up.
Yeah,
Inácio did have a poor game. Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember having a discussion with you after the last 2 games, which were against Ireland, and what was the second game? It was Ireland and it was Hungary.
When we spoke the last
about a month and a half ago.
It had to be the first 2 matches then. Yeah. So it had to be Hungary and Armenia.
Ireland. It was the one where Neves scores the winner against Ireland, right? Which was perhaps undeserving. And then the game after that. Anyway, whoever it was against, I remember the conversation. Veiga was beaten in the air over and over again. And Inácio has a much better presence when it comes to defending the aerial ball. So I think that's an interesting discussion. They're both good players with the ball at their feet. I might actually argue that Renato Veiga may be slightly better on the ball than Inácio, but I'm not sure. So that's going to be an interesting one. So those are the biggest questions going forward.
Yeah. And I think to be fair to Inácio, I think he has also he's dealt with not injuries per se, but just knocks at like inopportune times during his call-ups as well. I think he's been called up in 2 scenarios where he then either picked up a knock either while playing for Sporting or maybe picked up a knock during training. I know it's happened at least once, maybe twice, but either way, I would say that I think we're in the majority here that shoring up a partner for Ruben Dias and figuring out who our right back is going to be. I mean, if all things are equal, I would think that it would be a pairing of Nunes and João Cancelo as our fullbacks, but not everything is always equal, and Cancelo picks up a knock every once in a while. He missed out on the October qualifiers because of a knock. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. I see, our midfield is as talented as anybody in the world. I think what we have to figure out is if we're playing 3 up front, or at least 2 wingers and a forward. If Ronaldo's going to be up there, or even if Gonçalo Ramos is up there, neither one of those are speed guys. I think we need speed on the wings to assist with the non-speed, for lack of a better term, that we have in terms of a striker. It depends
who you play at fullback, right? It depends who you play at fullback. Because if you have Nunes playing at fullback, then you don't require the same amount of speed, but that's on the left side. I think to your point, and I think you're right, that becomes more of a discussion on the right side. If you're playing Bernardo on the right, he's not going to beat you for speed. You need somebody like Cancelo to make, overlapping or underlapping runs. And by the way, let me give some credit to Manny D1606. When we were talking about Inacio and Vega, it was the other way around. So Inacio was very good in the air against Ireland, and then against Hungary, it was Vega who was picked on time and time again. In fact, I think he was involved in both plays that led to the goal, to Hungary's goals, but particularly the second one with Joboslai finishing at the back post with a tap in. There was an initial, aerial duel that Vega was beaten by Shalai, the big forward. So it's all coming to me now. So thank you, Manny. I appreciate that.
Luciano has an interesting question about playing Costa and then our back four. Can we just play Costa, Mins, and Mins? That'd be pretty dope. That'd be pretty dope. I got to be honest. If we could figure out to clone 3 Noon Mins, that would be unbelievable. It's almost like but here's the thing: you have to be careful because Eric, I don't know if you ever saw the movie Multiplicity with Michael Keaton.
A long time ago.
Okay, so you do recall Michael Keaton, a very busy guy. He's the owner of his own construction company. He has projects all over the place, and he wishes that he could be at like 4 different places at once. He's got kids involved in school and sports and stuff like that. A wife who needs him at home, stuff like that. So he runs into some guy who I believe played. Nope, never mind. He played the cop who got shot in. I'm blinking on the Scarface. Never mind. Doesn't matter. It's a very dumb. I got pictures of my soccer team here, so I got distracted. I have ADHD probably. But anyway, so Michael Keaton finds a way to clone himself. So he has 2 now Michael Keatons. He then is like, well, you know what? I need somebody at work. I need somebody to handle the school and with the family and stuff. I need to clone a 3rd guy. So then he clones himself a 2nd time. The issue becomes when the clone clones themselves 1 time, and then you got a 4th that isn't as good as the original. If you get that way. So what we need to do, it's a long way, Eric, and I'm so sorry for these last probably 60 seconds for everyone's time. It's a long way of saying we got to be careful with the multiplicity of Noon Mins. That's all.
So you've just basically given us a sort of hypothetical about a hypothetical. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Dude. By the way, this is why people come to this podcast.
Yes. Samuel's 3916. Vegas seems faster than Inacio. I think that's correct. I do think that is correct. My concern about Noon Minj is the amount of soccer that he's going to play for PSG. He's out for a while now. I think it's a month at least.
Yeah.
We've seen what has happened to a lot of PSG's players and Chelsea's players for that matter when it comes to having played in the Club World Cup. I mean, Desiree Doué, hamstring. Ousmane Dembélé, I think hamstring issues as well. And there are other players who have suffered. For Chelsea, Cole Palmer with his groin, and there are a few other players there as well. Colwell's knee. Now, I'm not saying that it's directly related to the Club World Cup, but it could be. It seems to be. And those are the teams that went the furthest in that tournament have dealt with the most injuries, based on what I've read and what I've seen on TV. So I am concerned that guys like Vitinha, who plays a lot, Neves, João, not Ramos because he's going to be coming off the bench, so he should be fine. But Minge,
fresh as a daisy.
Yeah, fresh as a daisy. I'm concerned. I'm concerned because if you lose guys like Minge and Vitinha, you're in deep, deep trouble. And also, Bruno Fernandes, who is an Ironman. Does the guy ever get injured? Oh my God! Knock on wood.
Jesus, Eric.
So I think every team going into a World Cup that has players playing in top clubs right now should be very concerned about how fresh their players are going to be for this expanded tournament in the summer in the United States, Canada, and Mexico.
Well, if there is, okay, so Portugal obviously qualify. I have a feeling that they are amongst the favorites. I don't know if they are top tier favorites. If I'm putting you on the spot here, who would you put as the top tier favorites as you're working them forearms?
This is just because I have ADHD, so it keeps me focused.
There we go.
And I got tiny forearms. I think it would be France would be my number one favorite, just in terms of been there, done that. Didier Deschamps knows what he needs to do, isn't affected by pressure that wants him to play more attacking football. He's got a ton of difference makers, and he's got a very, formidable and deep bench. So France for me, number one, as they have been. Oh, I guess you have to say Argentina is probably there as well. Argentina, I would put them in the top tier.
Well, I won't put you on the
sure.
spot in terms of you trying to figure out, like trying to remember all the teams, because I mean, there's a lot of teams in
Portugal would be top tier.
So I'm gonna go with the latest FIFA World Rankings, and then I'll just say a team if you think they can win the World Cup.
That's the best way to go about it.
Can Spain win the World Cup?
Yes.
Can Argentina?
Yes.
France, you already mentioned yes. Can England win the World Cup?
Yes.
Based solely on ranking, can Portugal win the World Cup?
Yes.
The Netherlands?
No.
Brazil?
No.
Again, based off of ranking, Belgium?
No.
Italy, if they even make it?
No.
Germany?
Don't think so.
So that's your top 10. So top 5, Spain, Argentina, France, England, Portugal. Just based on rankings, those are your top 5. Those are 5 teams that you think could win the World Cup. Based, obviously, you never know who you're going to get grouped with, side of the bracket, all that. But just on the surface, those you think are the 5 that are the top tier.
Yes. So let me tell you about the other teams real quick. Spain with France, the 2 most talented teams, in my view, in terms of strength and depth in the world. I think that then you have Argentina, Portugal, and England just below them. Because as good as Portugal are, I don't know, and as deep as this roster is compared to previous rosters, I don't know whether we are as deep as we think we are. I think there's a lot of quality.
We've just mentioned that in the starting 11 there are questions. So just in terms of depth, you're right. You're right there, right? Because we don't have it's either unsettled or we have issues. So right there. So I agree with you there.
It is a deep squad, but it's not Spain deep. It's not France deep. And when it comes to this tournament, I think depth is going to be such a key issue. Somebody said here, something about Lamine Yamal. His drama going on with Lamine Yamal. He's got a pubalgia. He's suffering from. I am too, by the way. That's why I'm gaining weight. I haven't played in forever, but and it's a horrible. It's not much you can do about it. But I think he'll be fine by the World Cup. He's an incredible talent. They just have weapons in every position. I think their only weakness, if I were going to point out to Spain, is that they don't have a dominant center forward. They play with Oyarzabal as a false 9, and he's excellent. I used to call La Liga for beIN Sports and did a lot of Real Sociedad matches, and he's just incredibly impressive. But I wonder if they need to be multifaceted. But yeah, those are the favorites. I think Portugal's in the conversation. And as for England, just a very quick point about England. England under Tuchel will be very disciplined. He's a very systematic coach. He will only bring players that fit into his system. And that means he'll probably leave some guys at home who could easily be starters for another coach. So they have depth, and they have a guy who has qualified them and has a very particular way of playing. And they right now, from what I've seen, they are favoring defense first. And ultimately, I think that in this tournament, in any big tournament, a team that is defensively sound is more likely to win with attacking pieces that can settle the difference. You know, the Mbappes. Look at Deschamps, defensive, and then you got Dembele, Mbappe, Michael Olise. These guys you in transition can absolutely kill you. Spain, it's the same thing. Defensively sound, perhaps not as sound as a France, but the difference makers in transition. And then look at Portugal. What are the issues that we're pointing out defensively, right? So that's my concern.
Yeah, it's what would you like to leave us with, Eric Krakauer, and how pumped are you going to be or not going to be if Portugal finds their way to Charlotte?
Find their way to Charlotte. Well, Charlotte's not hosting games, but
are they not hosting games?
No, they're not. Atlanta is.
That's my bad.
But Charlotte does have the conditions in terms of a host city. You know, Charlotte FC has an incredible training facility. And
still at Bank of America Stadium, yes?
Well, that's the stadium, but the facility is away from the stadium, about 15 miles away, in a place called Matthews, and it is just top tier. And I do believe that there are teams that are interested in being hosted here. So I'd love to see a Portugal, set up camp in Charlotte. But my final message is this, because I'm long-winded and I apologize for that.
No, buddy, you can be as long-winded as you want on this podcast. You know that.
Now the onus is on Roberto Martinez. In this qualifying group, I always believed that Portugal was going to top it. It actually turned out to be a little bit more difficult than I expected, given the disparity in talent. Now Roberto Martinez has a short runway to figure out who the starters are, how to best complement Ronaldo, because Ronaldo is going to start, period. And as for us, I think we just need to be prepared to suffer, as we always do in these major tournaments, because Portugal always makes it harder than it needs to be. So enjoy it for now. Celebrate this qualification. Enjoy the friendlies in the lead up. One of them, I believe, will be in March against the United States.
In Atlanta.
And I
believe
I'm
the other
to
one.
Be there.
Yeah, you know what? I am too. If I can find my way to Atlanta, and if you are there as well, let's hook up. Let's. I need you to show me some Southern hospitality, Eric. to be fair, I've never been to the South, other than I've been to Charlotte. Their airport is fantastic on a connecting flight. That's about it. But if I'm able to head out there, and you're heading out there too, let's do a show, and then we'll figure out how to down a couple of cervejas as well.
Enjoy those games. And what is Mexico? Is the other one? I think it's Mexico.
And then in Mexico. Let me see if that is.
So
I don't think that's
let's make
anywhere.
a big trip out of this. Let's go to Atlanta, and then let's go to Mexico. Let's leave our families behind.
Whoa.
Let's have a boys trip. Let's have a boys trip with plenty of Sagres and Superboc, and do a pod. Do a pod. Luciano is saying that it's at the Azteca.
Oh man, dude, I don't know if I want to hit the DF. Mexico City, I heard, is beautiful, but I heard it's very crowded as well. Super
Mexico
crowded.
City?
Yeah.
You know what?
It's dense.
One of my best friends lives in Mexico City, lives in Atlanta and Mexico City, and he's been begging me to go and spend time with him, and I haven't yet, and I have to. Because the food alone, the history, architecture, and the food. Are you kidding me? So if Portugal play there, I think I'm going to go. And that's it. And by the way, let me thank everybody who's in the chat. Appreciate you. Eric should lace up his boots and play center back for Portugal. I'm 5'7", dude.
Yeah. Height is just a number, you know?
Yeah. Not when you're trying to pick the cereal box from the top shelf.
Well, buddy, we appreciate you making time as always to pop in. This has been the live. We went 3 hours today.
Woo!
All right. Yeah, hell yeah. But my thanks to Eric Krakauer for joining us here on the live episode here on the Watch Party. My thanks to everybody in the chat for contributing. My thanks to everybody who watched. And my thanks to Portugal for not screwing this up so that we can go to the World Cup in 2026 and enjoy the national team on home soil for most of us here in North America. And as always, Eric, let's say it. Força Portugal!
Bye, big soccer heads.
And we're clear.